As the
All
gamers would
right.
say, let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. All right.
And then you sit in a chair for 4 hours.
Yeah. That's what you gotta do. You gotta scream it and then be immobile. All right. Last time you guys finished off the previous floor of the pit. You were still thinking about going to get a hint as to what the next doom would be, but you haven't quite done that yet. Um, but you finished off all the worms and fungus and worm people and cultists on the previous floor. Um,
Getting worse as we go deeper.
oh, it's definitely getting worse. As you went farther down, uh, on the map where we are currently, you guys ended up in yet another layer of the pit, where pretty immediately you fought a Naga, a spirit Naga. She was holding Erica Averton prisoner, the bard of the other rival adventure party down here. She gave you guys a decent amount of intel as to like what's been going on. She said that some of the people ran off to like the south and the west. And she was shocked from you guys to learn that her boss is not only some disenfranchised noble, but is in fact just a intellect devourer in human form. That being said, you guys after that fight like went back up. You got her home, got her safe. That gave you some extra XP. And you rested up before coming back down into the dungeon. Now, you did know that your enemies had been trying to make some sort of deal with serpent folk cultists. You knew that they could disguise themselves, and as a result, you were able to jump them before they could jump you. They had a bunch of seemingly like clerical power. From you try to figure out what deity, presumably some sort of snake deity, but it was kind of unclear with some low rolls. A lot of all or nothing rolls last session. You guys beat them up pretty soundly and found this like clockwork mechanism door, like a huge gear with sub gears in it. Weren't able to get it open, but you did go back up and around to the part where you all are now. This cave section over here, where you guys fought, or not fought, you could have fought him, but you had a philosophical discussion on the nature of sacrifice in religion in the material plane with Minnick Thune. Minnick Thune is a named and like up-powered roper. Pretty cool. Didn't have to use any of his crazy abilities on you all. As you convinced him you were experts on this subject and dealt quite a beautiful argument with some critical success. So you guys not only are allowed to pass once, but crit failure on that encounter means you can just go back and forth in this room. He's not going to bother you.
Crit success.
Yeah. If you had a regular succeeded who engaged you guys in other different philosophical debates. However, he did kind of like vomit out of his gut a greater invisibility runestone, which you guys can add to your weapon later. That's about where we're at right now. You do know, in terms of like the party members you heard about, you heard that Scarnetti is somewhere almost due south of you guys, maybe a little southwest. And after trying to talk with him, I mean, you successfully talking with him, Solvina used like Whisper on the Wind, or I believe that's the name of the ability, and kind of try to goad him a little bit. It seems like he's, down there waiting for you guys. You do also know that off to the west, somewhere like the western portion of the caves on this floor, Churtis Jahid, the like sadistic hand-to-hand fighter, ran in that direction. As for the actual intellect devourer, you're not sure where he might have gone. after this seemingly like failed weird snake folk alliance. Kind of odd to see what he did or why he did this. Any questions from last time?
I don't think so.
I'm good.
Okay, cool. Do you guys want to continue on the route that you're going? You want to try to like double back? What's your play here?
I think we keep going.
All right. Press on it is. I'm just going to move him to the map layer because he's just part of the terrain now. You guys can basically just walk around this way. Do we have everybody's token?
Do we want to send the Lupin?
Oh yeah, Lupin, you want to scout ahead?
Sure.
Oh, there's Tarek.
I mean,
Tarek
I
was
think
under
I think
that.
I can be stealthy with plus 20.
Jesus. Yeah, you were very
Is-
stealthy.
Is Lupin still invisible, or does he want to be invisible?
If you feel like you can afford the spells for it, I'm fine with it.
I don't. Let me double check on my second level spells available.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It's like I don't.
That's not like a critical spell slot level for me at this
Stand
this
by,
point in our journey. All right, I am at 3 of 4. I'm willing to give you another invisibility. I have 2 left. I think
Hell
that's
yeah.
fine.
All right, lay it on me.
All right, I make Lupin invisible then.
Put a little invisible token on you. All right, go ahead and keep moving your token forward and give me a stealth check.
All right, I'll go ahead and roll it first for you. 37.
Good lord. Starting off hot with 17 on the die. I love to see it. Yeah, I'll scoot you up a little bit here. The first thing is that you come to a junction. The hallway continues farther on to the west, but there is a seemingly unlocked, like you don't even see like a locking mechanism on it, but a door directly below you that leads south.
All right, I'll go ahead and sneak up to the door and press one of my fox ears against it, see what I might be able to hear.
Give me a perception check.
All right. 21.
You may want to use your.
Up to you. If you want to use it, you can.
I have one. Tell you
Because you're
what,
one
yeah,
of the few people in the party with like, I think you have like master or perception, right?
I do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and burn my hero point on that then. All right, better 27.
Okay. On a 27, you hear kind of like the lowing cry of like the wind whistling through the pit. You think this leads back into like the central pit.
All right, so this little shortcut here. Okay, noted.
And maybe on 27, a vague sound of like clockwork, like thunk, 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 in the background.
Interesting. All right. So I'll go ahead and I'll just make a mental note of that, and then just keep moving down this way.
All right. You continue along your way to the west. I'm gonna bring you to like the next juncture, basically. You get to the next corner, and you see there is branches to the left, or keeps going west, to a set of stairs there. That leads back up to the floor above. Then,
Like this.
in the barest glimmer of green spores coming from the hallway to the south of you.
All right. Well, definitely not going to that on my own. So I'll go ahead and head back. All right. So Lupin will give his report. Say like, I found a door down the way here. It seems to be like a shortcut here, but I heard some strange noises, like You know how like a clock makes that like tick 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 sound? That was coming from behind that door.
What do you guys want to do?
Let's go check out the door.
Take it.
Kick it.
Oh, we can try to have Lupin.
It's unlocked for what it's worth.
Oh.
All right. Well, in that case, this is like the one instance where me being invisible probably works to my advantage if you want me to go first.
Yeah, maybe back up out of line of sight, dark.
Yeah, you guys like
Alright.
split the difference while Lupin
Mhm.
does it.
And the others
Kind of
may
like
wanna,
peeking around the wall, like leaning over.
Yeah.
Mhm.
the others may want to advance up,
Oh yeah, Genki and Sylvian, if you want to push behind.
so you don't have to
Tarek.
like run a mile.
Combat speed is slow.
Which way did you say we
I
can
have
get
fleet
to
taken.
the pit?
Right where Lupin is standing.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So he looks out, sees everyone's in position. I will then go ahead and open the door.
All right. Before you see another layer of the pit. So, the ledge, over like here, there's a ladder going back up the pit. I'm gonna step you forward because you're invisible, just so we can see the whole pit here. Another ladder going up and down on the left side here, kind of pressed into the wall. Little like broken off staircase, and another door to the right. The ladder here, yeah, okay, so it's about 20 feet of ladder there. As you guys go down here, the ladders are starting to look worse and worse. It's like not maintained at all. But yeah, you can see at this point also like this is partially obscured. There's still like lots of low level fog just filling the pit.
I'll hit it with gust of wind.
All right, you blow it away. You basically perfectly see this room that I've revealed now. I mean, I think as you like look up as well, you guys start to see just how far down you guys have become. Because like each subsequent floor is getting deeper and deeper. In total, the pit's about 150 feet, or more. You guys know it's at least 150 feet. You guys are definitely more than halfway down. Looking back up here.
Any signs of what was making that clockwork sound earlier?
I think give me another perception check now that you're in the room.
All right. Ooh, 34.
You can hear that it is coming from behind the door on the right.
I just sort of whisper. All right, coast is clear, but that strange sound was coming from at a point over that way.
On a 34 as well, you hear it before anything, like you hear it coming towards you, almost like a Doppler effect. You hear like a whoop, burst of sound like ripple up from the pit, and deep down as you lean to the edge, Lupin, you see there's like a glowing violet light deep below you.
Or he's like, oh shit, something's coming this way.
As you guys hear the sound roll by, Lupin tells you all that. Nothing comes up to grab you, like nothing comes out of the fog. Lupin, peering over the edge, I'm gonna say since you got that 34 as well, you do see fainter little glowing green lights that kind of go back and forth and then out of sight.
How curious. sort of move forward and keeping like here just very carefully look down. And then thinking better of it, I'll go ahead and pull back and say like, all right, all right, and I'll just power to it. It's like, all right, I don't know what's down there, but there's something down there.
All right. What do you guys do? Head toward the Clockwork sound or continue around the outside of the pit? Doesn't seem like there's a way straight south through this room anyway. All right. Up to you guys.
I'm a little bit nonplussed that we're seeing lights coming from the bottom of the pit. That bothers me.
Maybe we should explore the whole area before we kind of commit to a path.
Yeah, I think maybe we could do that.
We got an invisible scout. We got, it's a good setup.
Yeah.
So
So
if you want
at
to go
least then
farther,
that way, if we get something chasing after us, we know good escape routes. All right, and I don't know. It's like, is invisibility like this like in the other game where the idea is like you can sort of see like little like reflections of where the light's hitting my body?
say that again with the. I'm not sure. I
Oh,
understand.
as in like in D&D where it's like it's like I'm invisible in that like when I'm moving you can't completely tell where I am. You just sort of see like the shimmer of light reflecting of where my body would be.
I think, depending on the perception check, there's some element to that if they like perceive you, but overall you're just invisible.
All right, so I guess it's like here, like Lupin would just be like, all right, come on, down this way, so you can follow the sound of his voice.
All right, you guys inch your way around here.
All right, so straight ahead, there's like stairs leading upwards, and then down this way, I saw some like green spores, so I don't know, might be another one of them weird mushroom things.
We'll move forward a little bit with that.
All right. You want to continue down toward the spores then? Creep a little closer.
All right, I'll call to it. Just like, all right, I'm gonna head south, and start making my way. All right, I'd say as I get here, worried about the spores, I'm gonna do like I did before, and uh, take off my jacket and then the shirt, and then tie the shirt around facing my mouth, to help sort of at least help try to shield myself from any negative effects from the spores.
Sure. As you begin to kind of peek around the corner, heading a bit closer to these spores, you see one of the higher ladders in the pit. Looks like this side, you might be able to reach through the ladder into the pit. Below you, you see a cavern with more of that green fungus growing on it. Now, to the southwest, you see a 5-foot, like, let's see. Would you be able to see this from here? I feel like you can't quite see all of this from your angle. Maybe if you move a bit farther that way.
Alright, I'll go ahead and move up to here.
Okay. Now, from that angle, you can see to the left here, to the, like, kind of southwest of you, it looks like a perfectly circular hole has been melted through the cave wall, creating, like, a little tunnel to presumably a western cavern. The walls of that circular tunnel appear coated with fuzzy-looking swaths of multicolored mold that have spread out, like, from that tunnel into this cavern in front of you. At the opposite end of the cavern, to the southeast, you see another short tunnel, leading to a chamber more clear of fungus than this one, but you can hear the sound of, like, roaring infernos, like blast level fires, despite the fact that there is no light coming from that portion.
Alright, well, that's interesting.
That
Be
like
like-
a Nate. Go ahead.
You can make an nature check.
I'll
on
tell
it.
the other-
It sounds
yeah, I'll
like
tell
a
the others, like-
bonfire.
Alright, no, it's like a... Alright, no big mushroom thing, but stay alert. I don't know what these spores might do, so...
I just want to see do the spores look toxic or anything like that.
Okay.
Reasonable.
26. I think on a 26, yeah. You would know there is certainly a hazard to be had in this, like, splotch of funguses. Like, not all of them are bad, but there is some yellow mold here. You could always try a survival check to, like, scrape away that mold so your party members don't have to deal with it.
Okay.
But you know that the danger is if you get too close to that breed of mold, it'll basically explode, releasing a bunch of spores. And all of the people who, like, are near the spores are at risk of like a poison effect.
Gotcha. I'll handle this. I'll move forward to try and see if I can't clear as a path.
Yeah, for sure. Are you trying to do it stealthily or?
I don't need her. Oh, fair.
Up to you.
Can I see it? Is there a path I can see through where we can avoid it?
You can kind of step your way around, leading through this cavern. You think if you want to get through that tunnel on the other side, it's pretty much just gonna, like, you're gonna need to make the check, or you're gonna, like, walk by the yellow mold.
There's just no way for me to be stealthy about it. I have a +1 in stealth, so I'll try and I'll see what I can do to try and I'll motion to roll and back me up. So I'll start trying to clear as a path.
Alright, I guess I'll just stay here and be lookout in case whatever, was giving off dim lights comes up.
Yeah, it's not an amazing roll, but I don't want to re-roll that one.
Can I try to weigh in with the survival?
You can try it out.
Nope.
Jeez.
You got this, Derek.
All right. Are you trying to move all the way up to the mold in the tunnel?
Yes.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Would I be able to throw people in an arc that would make it easier for them to move through here?
It doesn't really, like, you guys are gonna be able to move through this room. The issue is
Okay.
this tunnel.
Okay.
So we're good up to where Tarek is.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
On the initial checks to know what it was, he's like, here's the path through. It's just that there's so much yellow mold at this juncture that he can't just, like, tell you where to go. Tarek. The dank air in the room through this, like, bored hole is hazy. Spores drifting up from a riot of multicolored mold and mushrooms growing on every available surface. There are several stalactites which protrude with like yet more fungus. You hear the whistling of wind coming from somewhere you can't see. And you see a bit of movement. Nothing's come towards you yet. But you do definitively see one creature kind of there. It seems to be lightly spattered in blood, but a mobile fungus.
Alright. Fungus is among us. Is it? It sees me.
Yep. Alright, hold on. Now that we're in the... well, actually... Give me a... You can make the stealth check. I'll
Nope.
change the audio to the mushroom audio. Alright. 10 stealth. You see its eyes, like, kind of land on you, Tarek, as you're, like, excising the yellow mold. On a 26... Let's see, is that going to be quite enough for you? Disable DC for yellow mold is 26.
Nice.
As you kind of safely excise this mold, its eyes lock on you, and you hear a kind of quiet voice whisper out. It's moving its mouth kind of at a weird pace. Do you speak Undercommon?
I believe I do.
You do?
I do not.
Oh, okay. It sounds kind of
I
unintelligent.
speak common. Is this thing moving in a hostile manner?
Doesn't seem to be yet.
Any of you all know what this thing's saying?
I don't, but let me check my inventory real quick.
Sorry, what
I
do
do
you-
have a scroll of comprehend language. I don't know if we think this is worth the situation, but I do have that scroll.
Does anybody? Do none of us speak Undercommon?
Is Undercommon Necrol or no?
No, I think Necrol is the equivalent of Abyssal now.
I don't think so.
Let me see what the legacy version is.
I wish there was like a thing.
I
that
know,
just
I
tells you
still
what
haven't
language
found a
it's
good
in.
chart for it. It's very irritating. Undercommon legacy. Undercommon is Sack of Wrath.
Okay. I don't think any of us speak it.
It's very dumb. I feel like they could have just kept Undercommon, to be honest, but whatever. It's fine.
No reason. That
Yeah.
That one doesn't feel like you could get sued for, but alright. Pop off. You see as you continue to do that thing, it turns and burbles in a different direction. And you hear, "What's that?" "Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Of course." You guys hear like the sounds of like boots striding over like mushy plant matter. And you see Churtis, Jahid, stride into place. Although this is not the same well-kempt, kind of black-haired fighter that you saw before. Things have clearly gone astray for Jahid.
I mean, I remember what he looked like before. He kind of looked homeless before.
Yeah, I think that this may be a bit of an upgrade.
He honestly
The one
looks
squinky
better.
eyes the one squinky eyes is throwing me for a loop though.
It's good to see you. Been a while since that dinner. Come on, come in.
Slowly step in. Oh my. Can I make a perception? Is he like? None of these things are looking like hostile towards us, although they are dripped with viscera. I don't like that.
They're kind of just all looking at you and chattering to themselves in Undercommon. You do see a stalactite like pit up here to the north. You think that's the way up to that fungus room you guys were in before?
Oh, gotcha. I am glad we didn't drop directly down because that would be a bit of a disaster coming in, falling straight into this. All right.
It's good
I
to see you.
will-
Look, things got bad with the boss. There's snake people around, but I got some allies. Like, kind of gestures broadly around him.
Oh, I see. Can I make a perception check to see are these things like mind controlling him or something?
I'd say you could make a nature check to know like what the fuck these things even are.
Could we try for like an insight check?
I'd say you make a perception check on him to sense motive.
Yeah.
Not a great roll.
Yeah, because I don't have nature. Does anyone else have nature, or is it just Tarek?
I
I
am
think he's
not
kind of your
trained.
nature boy.
I've
Yeah.
got 12. but
Oh.
I rolled a 4.
Roland, he's not lying to you. We think Curtis is being more friendly than you've ever seen him. And he's always been kind of like a bounty hunter type vibe. Like he's in it for money and like the sadistic pleasures of killing people. He's giving off this weird vibe of like, these are my comrades. These are friends. As for your nature roll, Tarek, these are some sort of mycoloid. You know that there are a variety of those with like mushroom people. You know, you got your whole crew with you. We could get back at the boss. He like taps his head. He's like tss, like puff of spores comes out. Look, come on, you yeah, I can show you my new friend. She recruited me. She'll help us.
Okay.
Help us do what?
Yeah.
Help us, you know, kill the boss and the snake people.
I mean, did you realize he was an intellect devourer?
Kind of tilts his head again. He's like, "What's that?"
It's like a weird brain dog that takes over people's bodies.
That sounds crazy.
Oh, you have no idea.
Come
He
on.
hears from like from like the thin
What the
air
fuck?
between Roland and Gangini.
I mean,
sneaky ones
if
with
they
you.
want to help us, I mean, if they want to help us take out fuckhead,
You see, he
let's
like
contact him.
walks
I'm okay
over
with
to the
that.
bottom of the cavern and
Yeah.
like pulls aside this like sheet of like thin, almost paper thin, gauzy fungus to lead you into a lower room.
Okay.
As you enter,
The rest of the crew
fungus
coming with.
grows exceedingly dense in this room. There's hanging sheets, twisting coils of multicolored growths dangling from the ceiling, stretching like webbing here and there. To the southeast, the ground rises in a low mound, atop which a ring of mushrooms with red and white spotted caps grow. Farther south, the cave walls shift into the work-stoned features of a single hallway. Come on, she's just in here. She's on the mold throne. As you guys are gonna step through the door, you see this woman turn towards you all. She tilts her head in interest. Shirtus, darling. You bring new friends? Gangini, are you coming as well?
Oh yeah, yeah. Boy, where do I want to be?
You see, she kind of like blinking as if waking up. What are you doing in my throne room?
Shirtus invited us.
I did, man. Well, perhaps we help each other?
Yeah, Shirtus was saying that his former boss did he betray you or something? Like, what exactly did he do that? Because all we know so far is that you guys were in the pit together. Now you're not together. And we know that he's a intellect devourer from information we've gathered.
She's like frowning. Battle went bad with the snake folk. Saved his own skin.
Sounds like him.
Yes, and
I am blanking on his name. I'm trying to.
Caleb?
Caleb.
I
Caleb Valdemar.
speak in Orcish. Do any of them seem to understand what I'm saying?
These aren't Warhammer 40k orcs.
So what exactly are you hoping for, Sylvina?
I'm curious if they understand me if I'm speaking Orcish.
No.
Okay.
She basically, look, for a long time, we lived down here. My spores, they drifted in the pit, the drafts and eddies of the air, but someone someone stole some spores from this room. I need them back. As you guys spend this time in here, everyone give me a will save.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably a good call. I'm gonna hero point mine.
Well,
God.
I went from a 1 to a 5.
Solvina, Roland, and Tarek. What to do?
We quit failing.
You don't see any obvious effects yet.
That yet is worrying.
It rankles me that intruders stole into this domain and made off with some of my fungi. Of course, several were slain, but enough escaped with my spores that it irks me still. To be honest,
Do you know?
seeking them out is below the station of someone like me. Would you be willing to assist me?
Do you know who stole the fungi?
Not quite. They had some strange attire. I think one of my little friends heard them say that they needed to bring this back to the farm.
I think we'd heard the farm before.
We have.
You had heard that the
His-
Midnight Dawn, like the people obsessed with like the dream stuff, that they had a farm somewhere down here.
When we beat the shit out of that alchemist, did we get the recipe for that milk stuff he was making?
I think you just got the ingredients.
Was one of the ingredients fungi?
Not that you saw. You didn't see any
Okay.
mention of like a fungus for this.
We've seen mushroom and fungi on other levels of the pit, right?
Yeah, mostly on the previous one, which like led into this little mushroom kingdom.
I mean, we can try.
Look, if you destroy these spore samples and want them growing in the hands of others, I'll give you the greatest treasures that you'll ever desire.
And that is...
Oh, I've accrued many a fun item in my years. You'd be surprised what falls into the pit.
Alright.
She kind of like tilts her neck at like an unnatural angle.
I mean, this is all separate to Caleb, though, right? From the sounds of it.
This doesn't mean
Well,
you don't,
like involved.
you're not. There was like
Yeah.
thoughts earlier you guys had, like, is Caleb evolved with the Midnight Dawn? But nothing ever really landed on that as like a certainty. Although it sounds like, based on what Churtis said, like there's some level of betrayal happening like within his own crew right now.
I mean, we can keep an eye out and try to find your fungus.
Good. Good.
Curtis, do you want to come with us to try and find Caleb?
He
Please
shakes his head
take
back
it
and
here.
forth. There's like a shower of like yellow greenish spores. No can do. I gotta keep Mistress safe. Mistress Yzularum. She's like, oh, that's so nice of you, Churtis, dear.
Can I sense motive that?
Sure.
I feel like Curtis is trapped in there.
She seems a little bit like smirking and cocky that he's saying this stuff. Also, I'll put it in the Discord, but I really like what they did with this particular version of this monster. Here's the default art for her, and I think they made her look a lot creepier with this art.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just the weird like constructed face out of fungus is so cool. You guys do see there's like this weird little corridor back here with another door at the end.
What's down this way?
Oh, I don't usually go in there. The rooms seem to repel my spores. I don't quite like it. You're welcome to look.
Does it have another exit?
She shrugs. I don't know.
Honestly, I just want to get away from these fucking spores.
I feel like if there is,
You see her
never mind.
body just stays at the angle that it was, but her head just kind of slowly rotates to watch you guys leave. Like, rotates all the way around, pretty much.
Yeah, if Lupin wasn't invisible, you'd just see his like fur standing on end because he's so creeped out by that.
You see a stone door.
By the way, did we forget where these stairs go to?
Which ones? Oh, up here?
Up here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they go upstairs.
Yep. To
Which
the previous
stairs?
level.
I gotta like match the G numbers. Basically close to where you guys saw that spider getting roasted.
Okay, I know which stairs that is. Cool, thank you.
Tab back over here. Okay. Roland, it seems to just be like a push door. Through it, you see another push door.
I want to fall in.
Alright, you guys open the door. First of all, you see two clockwork people standing almost stone still. The air in this room just smells stale. Like, clearly no one's been going by Yzalaroon to visit this space. There's thick layers of dust covering the floor, book-lined shelves and work tables that sit against the wall, and a large black stone disc on the alcove to the east. Seems to be another Psyhedron teleportation circle.
Good, I really want to check the ghost stone, because I have a feeling that, well, yeah, anyway.
Did they, like, come? Did they notice us at all?
They don't seem to move at all.
Alright, who wants to step into the room first and see if it
I will.
triggers them?
I mean, I'm still invisible.
Do you want me to throw you further into the room so if they trigger on and throw, it's not
Sure.
like in a line at us? Okay, I'll throw you a little bit further.
Alright, just mark where he is gonna land.
Thinking like here, maybe rolling? Does that work?
Maybe just one square further. If
Yeah. I just figure we're in a line so we get lightning bolted or something.
oh, okay.
Alright, Roland touches down. You see these things whir into life. And one of them says, in Thessalonian, which I guess just Solvina, you know what this says, basically. What type of bird is the most hardy? You can hear like tick, 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 like there's
Does
stooling up.
anyone
Oh, fuck.
I
He's like, I'm
have
back at
a
school
guess.
again.
Are you guys fine
It's-
with me just?
I mean, I don't think it's going to be like a clockwork bird.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
You
Open
hear
it in
the
Thessalonian.
you yell. Presumably, like Roland yells at Sylvina. You counter yell in Thessalonian a second later. And you hear like, and they like the glowing that was starting to surround their hands stops.
I knew it wasn't going to be like a literal what's the hardiest bird. It was going to be like some pun or deeper meaning to it.
Seems like they're not doing anything right now.
You know, Lupin rolls his eyes and you hear him say, what's the next question going to be? What's the land speed velocity of an unladen swallow? Because I know that.
What is the velocity of an unladen swallow?
African or
Oh,
European?
that depends. That depends. We measure it in standard or metric.
Metric.
Ah!
Damn it, I've been muted this whole time.
In metric, it is 11 meters per second.
It was funny because I was yelling Clockwork Bird here and I was muted.
Yeah.
Oh, you were actually yelling the answer?
Yeah. I was like, Clockwork Bird.
Just screaming
I mean-
at screaming at his screen. Clockwork bird.
Well,
I think
Nick's
most of
called
us
it too,
figured
so.
it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. Also, are we talking a Varisian swallow or a, I don't know the name of another continent offhand.
Alright,
I guess I'll step in to see if I triggered as well.
nothing seems to happen. There's a shitload of books in here if you want to make a perception check to like glean the topics as quick as you can.
Is this gonna be more research points? I think this is gonna be more research points.
That is real slow roll. For 19.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. The collection of books here, all written in Thessalonian, are rare tomes that comprise a collection that's 6 bulk. The books focus on 2 topics specifically: construct creation and genies. If used to aid an investigation or research check on either of those topics, add 2 to the check. The collection itself is worth 600 GP and could also be used to research the 8th rune word.
Cool.
Honestly, when I first saw Caleb, I thought he kind of looks a little genie-ish.
He does have some genie vibes.
Was it the wavy hair and the baggy pants that gave it away?
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
I mean, dude is literally dressed as a genie.
Maybe he's
Yes,
an
genies
intellect
do
devourer.
seem to be famously allergic to shirts.
Can we
How many genies have you met, though?
turn on the teleportation circle?
Oh yeah, let's do that. Don't love that to use this one. We're gonna have to go back and forth through her chambers.
Yeah, I know.
If you want to give me an Arcana check on this circle.
No, hold on.
Gigi, you want to get in the room?
Yeah. Nope.
Thank you.
All right. Arcana.
Honestly, I just wanted to get out of that room. I'm getting the impression that
Or
Shirt-
33.
33. This is almost a perfect reproduction of the other teleportation circles you guys have been repurposing. This wouldn't really work to match to your guys' network that you're building because it's meant to point translate to somewhere else, not part of the chain.
Okay. Do we think it will work to get us to that somewhere else?
You think you could probably make the same like type of Arcana check to like do the links that you've been establishing to activate
just have to-
this?
Okay. And we would just go somewhere that we don't know where it takes us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fun.
I think that sounds like a risky idea.
Yeah, you should never blind.
Yeah,
Teleport.
blind teleport is always a bit iffy.
Blind jump, blind jump.
I mean, I'm down for it, but
Is there a way to discern, have any discernment of where it goes?
Ooh. I'm gonna say not really.
if you guys want, I'm happy to take the jump.
Let's not risk it right now.
Not worth it.
Yeah, we
We
don't
have
know
to-
where you're
we-
gonna end up.
Coward. Blind jump.
I mean, the question is, would I rather take a blind jump or walk back through the fungus?
Well, at least we know what's in the fungus room. We don't know what's on the other end of that thing.
I'm getting the distinct impression that Curtis isn't exactly in. He's not exactly in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Which is why I'd really like to go
It-
visit the ghost stone quickly.
Yeah,
Go do that.
you want to just explore the rest of the floor and then go to the ghost stone?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay. You guys are backtracking.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bring you
I'll wait to see what's over here.
back out of the fungus area. So hear that furnace roar up ahead.
You know, I was thinking that strange clockwork sound I heard back over this way. Maybe it's more of those. Maybe it's more of those things, like we saw back in that room there.
Well, supposedly, the Scarnetti is making deals with snake folk to the south. So it could be more of those things. But it could also be snake people.
Alright. As you're moving farther in, you can see there is a 10-foot diameter pit in the corner. The air in this cavern, as you pretty much immediately as you cross the threshold, reeks of brimstone, and the roaring sound of a burning inferno fills the air. Yet no trace of fire or smoke can be seen.
I remember this
Oh yeah? From what?
from that hallway where Roland got hit by 4 fireballs.
Yeah, that was a
Unrelated.
bunch of boomerangs.
Tarek, as you step to there, pause yourself.
Oh shit.
You see a
I-
strange conglomeration float through the floor. A tangled mass of blood-soaked fragments of cloth from which smoke and napping teeth kind of like emerge and retract. Brimstone-smelling tendrils of smoke along the edges of its weird robes, and a toothy snout that extends from a cowl. We are going to roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
As I am invisible, and may I use stealth for my initiative?
Yeah.
Do you want to clear the order before we roll?
Yeah. I'm gonna go up to the enfeebled
It should be the
two
same
to
order.
get
It's the
everyone-
same map that we fought on last time, so it should just override it.
Okay.
I'm boosting my enfeeble to give everyone +3 to initiative.
Oh, nice.
I have 40 initiative.
Right.
All right. All right, everybody in?
Yep, I've already updated mine.
Go ahead and change any values you have. This thing got last.
So 37 total.
No, Tarek was at 40 total.
Yeah. I was at 37.
Oh, because it you did it after I hit set. Okay. Tarek, what do you do?
Let me check something real. Does this look like? Considering we've run into a few of them at this point, does this appear to be a demon?
Give me a religion check.
D5?
25. This is not a demon. This is some kind of undead.
If you guys want to delay till after me, I'm gonna get advantage from having the void healing damage from my thing. But that's up to you all.
Will you be able to where you're at? I think the problem is I'm still in line of fire, so I'm gonna move back.
Yeah, I think you're slightly within line of fire, but I can position it so that you're not.
It's fine. I'll step back slightly. I'll go ahead and take.
Yeah, I can just put it down
So-
here.
Okay. Step
So
back
you're
5.
fine. Oh, that's fine too.
And then sorry, not I. Did we have a chance to refocus?
I
I
don't.
think we did.
You
Or did we not? No, we chose not to.
I don't think you did. Yeah.
All right. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and burn. I'll go down to 1. I still have 1 if I. And I'm going to Tempest Surge.
All right. All right. Now we need a saving throw. All right. It's reflex, right?
Yeah, DC 27.
All right. That is a pass. So it gets halved to 16, and then seems to do even less than that as the lightning ripples through its ghostly frame.
All right. Well, that's my turn then.
All right, rolling.
Gonna delay for Sylvina. You want us to all go after you, right?
I just don't really want people to be next to him before me so that I can
Yeah.
actually hit him with something without killing you all.
Gangini.
We appreciate that.
So Tarek hit it with lightning damage and it didn't seem very effective. That's. Am I correct in my observation?
That's correct.
But what does this thing look like?
Hey, well, pop up the image again. Because it's real fucked up. It's like a conglomeration of fabrics with teeth growing out of it and smoke. A maw kind of extending past the cowl.
That looks unfortunately incorporeal.
A logical deduction.
I'm going to summon a living wildfire between Sylvina and Roland.
Living wild.
Maybe fire will work on this specter.
give you control. Okay, you can move it now, and as always, I'm gonna make a quick little handout for the new summons, because that token does not quite do the art justice. This,
It's
like,
you.
humanoid of burning fire appears between Sylvina and Roland. Alright. That's your actions. Lupin, are you delaying till after Sylvina?
Yes, I will go ahead and delay till after Sylvina.
Okay. Sylvina.
Is a religion check to try and figure out what it is in action, or is that just like free?
It's just free.
4 on the die. Lovely. Okay.
You're pretty sure it's incorporeal.
I'm gonna throw a solar detonation at it.
Alright, let's roll our save. Alright, that is gonna be a pass. Does this thing have void healing? Let's find out. Does have void healing. You see this thing, again, is a little damaged. Let's see.
That's what.
That seems to do a little bit more than the lightning.
9.
But you guys can still hear the roar of fire coming from nearby it.
Okay. And it is dazzled until the start of my next turn.
If it makes the save? Oh, yeah, failure is
That is
blind.
on the success. Failure is blinded for the start of my next turn, and critical failure is blinded for a minute.
Dazzle. Alright. Roland.
Alright. Yeah. Take a vicious swing at it.
Okay, as you get to there, we are going to
Son of a bitch.
add something new to the initiative. That is going to interpose between Lupin and Roland. Go ahead and make your swing. You feel heat and the smell of brimstone begin to roil out of the pit. And you can hear as you get closer and closer to the Geist what sounds just like overlapping screams.
Did that thing, I don't know if it's a thing, but did that thing get hit by my fireball? Because I positioned the fireball, like, on the pit to...
You did.
not
That
get
does
us.
not seem to affect what's happening here.
Okay.
That does hit. Unfortunately,
Does
go
does it have any weakness to cold iron?
no,
Shit.
and it is incorporeal, so that's going to reduce stuff as well.
Shit. Does my sword count as being magic, or is it just
It's
regular?
magic. It's just it needs to be ghost touch.
Oh.
Is like a particular type of weapon that fights incorporeal.
Is it like, it's not like 5e where it's like it either has resistance or it doesn't.
Pretty much. So like you basically, unless you have the ghost touch property, you can't really do anything special to it.
Well, shit.
It'll be like reduced, like you'll do a little bit, but you're literally like chopping a ghost. Alright, kind of manifesting, filling this whole pit, you guys see a smoking vision of the Sandpoint Devil hovering. Its wings of fire flapping as it lowers its maw, and it is going to breathe fire through the tunnel. It is going to erupt And it can't. Roland, if you'd been one square over, you could have gotten cooked, but you did good there. So it's just going to hit Lupin, Tarek, and the Living Wildfire, which I don't know if it's immune to fire or just resistant.
It is immune to fire.
Okay, so don't worry about this then. But I'm going to need Tarek and Lupin to make reflex saves.
Alright. 38.
$31.
Alright, Lupin crit succeeds because success makes it a crit succeed. Tarek, you pass, and we'll have this. You're gonna have 29 to 15. Oh, excuse me. Then a billowing plume of brimstone-scented smoke fills this chamber. I'm gonna need a fortitude save from Lupin, Tarek, and Roland. Alright.
Paul, I've got I have a reroll if you want it.
It's alright, I've got some channel points to burn.
Okay.
Alright. Are you burning the channel points?
Yep, just a second.
Okay. That is fine.
Alright. Alright, let's try that again.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Okay. So you're gonna crit fail. Tarek fails. Roland succeeds. Roland, nothing happens. Tarek.
I crit succeed.
Oh yeah, you crit succeed. Yeah, I figured because you beat the number and it goes up for you. So nothing happens on your crit success. Tarek is a fail. You are sickened 1. Lupin is sickened 2. Alright.
Second 1, not second 12.
Just projectile vomiting nonstop.
You guys
It's like when you it's like
have
when
that
you eat
like
the bad sushi.
familiar, acrid, gross taste in the air that you've come to associate with the Sandpoint Devil and its cultists.
Alright. I guess I'll go ahead and I'll spend one action. See if I can attempt a fortitude save to Wretch to at least get that down by 1. Alright, 23.
That's not gonna do it.
Alright, so still there. Alright. In that case, then I'll second action, I'll stride to here. Is there enough room for me to stride to this space?
That would be dangerous, but you already are flanking
Alright.
him from Roland from this position.
Alright, yeah, I'm not gonna risk it then. Alright, I'll stay here, and then final action, I will go ahead and then attack with the Monarch against the Geist.
Alright.
17.
That one
You
is
roll a
not
lot of
gonna
one.
do it.
You roll. an
Its
astounding amount of
coat,
17s.
like smoke cloak, snaps at your ankles, and you kind of like leap back in surprise.
Yep. And now that I attacked it, that does drop the invisibility.
Right, invisibility. You appear. You see like the hood look towards you, even though there's like light coming from different sources of you guys now. The top half of its cowl just stays in shadow, except for that like toothy maw. Alright, the Geist. Oh, and 2 people are surrounding it. What a beautiful use of its triggered ability. The first thing it does is those teeth slowly creak apart, and what sounds like a perfect approximation of the Sandpoint Devil's strange echoing cry fills the room, kind of echoing into the hall. I'm going to need everyone to give me a will save.
Everyone?
Everyone.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
I'll take the 33.
Okay, 33. Yeah, you got a 19 on the die. I wouldn't change that. But what if you got a nat
Rerolling it.
20?
I would
Are you
probably reroll
feeling
that.
lucky next?
Oh my god, Gengini rerolled as well into a 22.
Oh my fucking god, my rolls today.
Interesting, interesting.
We are not good at rerolling.
Yeah, you're
It's
really
bad
not.
No, we are not.
It's
We have been
crazy.
We have just been punished repeatedly for it.
Tell you what, out of the goodness of my heart, I'll roll the word dice and see if you guys get a good result. I'll save one of you. Oh, it's just the one that just says no. Not even like the
Of course,
possible try
of
again
course.
later. It just straight no.
The laws of probability have it out for us today.
Oh
The
boy.
dice speaketh.
Oh my god. Okay, let's go down the list.
Did
All
I-
right.
Did I fail?
So Tarek's real one is 21.
Yep.
That's a fail. You begin laughing. It's like just panicked, fearful laughter. You're frightened too right now. The same goes for Lupin. Gangini. So those three are frightened too. Sylvina, yours becomes crit success, right?
Not on will.
Not on will. Okay, so you're frightened 1. And Roland is frightened 1 unless yours becomes crit.
I crit.
Okay, so you're good. So everyone but
Alright.
Roland is either frightened 1 or frightened 2.
I already fucking killed that horse. You ain't scaring me, bitch.
I killed that fucking horse. Just screaming it at the haunted pit. Okay. You guys
Does
see
frightened go away on
smoke.
subsequent turns?
Basically on the Geist's turn, it'll tick down for all of you guys.
Okay.
Smoke begins to like pull away from the Sandpoint Devil's like image, seemingly pulled into the cloak of this Geist. Seems to be sucking the energy from this haunted area. You see its cloak grow into whip-like tendrils filled with lengths of teeth. They all ignite into fire and lash out in a circle around itself. Let's see. Tarek, are you close enough? I think you're just out. Okay, Tarek is out. Lupin and Roland, give me reflex saves.
All right.
All right. Both of you fail.
Tell you what, I've still got some channel points to burn, so I'll attempt to reroll that.
It's either you attempt to reroll or you gain every status condition
Oh,
known to man.
Jinx it! All right,
Better.
much better.
All right. So Lupin won't take any damage. Roland will fail and take 30, a combination of void damage and fire damage.
You have resistance 10 to fire now because of that ring.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Resistance 5? You have resistance. You have
just subtract
resistance
10
either.
from this. So just take 20.
Yep.
All right.
I think it's resistance 10. Double check that. But you have resistance.
It should be resistance 10 from the new ring. Tarek, back to you.
Alright. The second does not tick down automatically, right?
You gotta make a fort save.
Alright, it's an action to do that.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna try and do that.
You're
I hope
good.
that does it.
Yep, you're fine.
Something so I don't get into a death spiral of awful saves here. The fuck do I do to this? Alright, I'm completely at a loss for how I'm. Give me 1 second here.
Can you try to take care of this thing? Because I think me and
You could make a
Lupin
give me
can
a
only deal with
religion
the
check
Geist.
to figure out what the fuck that is.
God damn it!
Oh my god.
All right. I have no clue.
It's
you
real
blame me,
spooky, is what that is. It's real fucking spooky. That's crazy.
I can't do any of my more powerful spells because now I'll hit friendlies as well. All right, fine then. I think I'll probably just freak out, and with the absence of anything else better to do, this thing's fire. You know, fire doesn't like water.
Fire doesn't like water.
You know, just straight across hydraulic torrent into it.
Water like rips through the room. There's like
That should be
billowing
should be DC 20
steam
on the
clouds
save.
everywhere now.
should
27.
be
you
DC
said?
27. It should be. I don't know why it's not updated.
Ooh.
And, like technically, in
It's
our
down
One-
base
because of
spell,
the
we're
frightened.
using
That was one away
Down
from a
because
crit
of frightened.
success. Because you said it's 7, right?
27, yeah.
Okay, I got a 36.
should be-
So
If,
almost.
if
crit
you got
success.
if you got the frightened 2, it would go down to 25.
Yeah. All right. So
Oh,
it
if
is
you
DC
ticked
25,
frightened on
then.
it, then yeah, that's what's doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, it does
Oh,
critically
oh, yeah.
succeed. As the steam billows out through the room, as your spell kind of fails against it, you see the flickering edges of its cloak kind of like gnashing at the steam clouds.
Fat lot of good I'm doing in this fight. That's my turn.
Alright, Gangini.
All right. Well, I will sustain my elemental. I need to be closer. I have. What's my reach? Reach is 10. Ooh, that's nice. What's that cantrip I have?
Cantrip.
Yeah, we're gonna try Divine Lance again. That seems like a good spot for a Divine Lance. 28.
28, even with its current bonus, will hit.
Alright, that's 13 spirit damage.
That bolt does seem to kind of strike true and puncture a hole in the robe.
Aha! Alright, and then for Living Wildfire, I moved. I'm gonna attack with a tendril.
Ooh, its arms kind of extending into these flaming lengths.
A 29.
That'll also hit.
Okay, so that's
Oh, my back.
That's 2d6 plus 6 damage plus 2d4 persistent fire.
I'll tell you right now, 2d4 persistent fire is not enough to hurt him.
Okay.
You see the
Well-
flame pretty much gets absorbed into his cloak. You guys had seen previous fire damage him a bit, but that did not seem to cross enough damage. As it just absorbs, like the mouths kind of suck it in and add it to the cloak.
I see. Does it look like it's healing him? But
It doesn't, it doesn't look like it healed him. It just like he.
It resisted. It's not immune. Okay.
There is a
I'm gonna
threshold.
Do an agile attack, second attack then with map. Non-natural 20 is not gonna do it.
No.
Okay.
No, it is not.
And that's all my actions.
All right, Sylvina.
Alright, I'm gonna try a religion check on the thing in the corner.
Guys, come on now. Oh, I thought the 20 was your religion check for a second because I looked up and saw it again.
Does anyone have points? I feel
I
like
got you,
That's important.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, I don't. I spent mine.
Here, I got some to burn. I can give you one.
Okay. Ugh, I really want to get some interior lighting for my miniatures case because it's behind me in the stream now. You can't really make out the minis. At least I feel like I can't.
Okay, well,
Oh,
What is it with our rerolls today?
You guys might as well just
Or just
not
a-
reroll. Holy shit.
I
Wow,
went from a
soon-
6 to a 1.
Oh my god.
Phenomenal. Alright. Well, in that case, I guess I'm...
I think you have a brief moment on a nat 1 of like, wow, maybe the Sandpoint Devil doesn't need a host to reform. Maybe he can just do it.
Yeah.
But that wasn't an action. That's just, you can make a religion check as a free action. So you still have your 3.
Yeah, first action, channel elements.
Alright. Energy starts to spiral around you as you power up. Go fucking Super Saiyan.
Yeah, I'm deciding what to do. That's crazy that I... okay. What makes sense to do? No, that won't work.
The plot thickens.
I guess I'll just do... an elemental blast. Yeah. It's probably gonna miss.
22, it scorches the wall behind it.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, Roland.
Oh.
What
Time
shall you
to
do?
punch a ghost. That is a pitiful roll for damage, though.
That is a crit. Yeah, not crazy critical damage. Let's see. So it's 36. You deliver what you like. You know your power. This is a mighty swing. But it just seems to dissipate like some of the smoke and like ectoplasm that makes up this thing. It is at bloodied now though.
Okay.
thank God.
Should I still have stuff to do.
Oh, sorry, I clicked it too soon. Go back.
Would you guys rather I just keep swinging or make my own religion check for the
The religion
thing?
check's
It's
not
a
an
free
action,
religion
right?
check. It's a free religion check.
Oh, nope.
Oh my God.
I'll make a second swing on the guys though.
I told one of my friend groups that
No.
you guys were fighting a tooth cloak, and our friend was like, "Wow, I tried to Google it and was misled immediately." I'll send this to the group chat. Just a picture of a tooth with a cape.
Just actually let him.
It's like a tooth with like
Can
a
we fight
Superman
that
cape.
instead?
I was about to say, I thought we did not allow not safe for work content here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Did it lead him to 2007?
No, that would be funny though. All right, fucking that one. All right, cool. Let's see. Alright, from this angle, I'm going to need a reflex save from Lupin, Roland, and Tarek as it breathes out another cone of that, like, black smoke fire that the Sandpoint Devil does.
Holy shit.
Jesus. Okay, Lupin passes and takes nothing. Both of you guys fail. You each take 27 fire damage.
17.
17 for you. Captain Fire Ring is your ring, like the ruby on it, just like glistens in the light.
It is already paying dividends.
It's already saved you 20 damage. This
You
fight.
said 20. So you said 27.
27, yeah.
And there's a reason I picked that for Shaw.
Fair enough. It is the most common element in the game.
Oh yeah, Lupin, did you want to do your when I made my attack, would have wanted to make
yeah,
your
that's right. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, sure. I'll go ahead and burn my reaction and at least attempt it. All right, 24 to
26.
hit.
No. Interestingly enough, it seems like the wing of the Sandpoint Devil intercedes between you and the Geist, stopping your blade. Monarch. Okay, so to chop. What are you gonna do? Another attack or no? Hello.
All right. So let's see here. That was my reaction there. Reaction back. All right. I'll go ahead and first action. All right. Here. Try to attempt that fortitude save. 27.
27 again. It seems like the wing just interposes and slams your blade aside.
Oh no, that 27 was a fortitude save.
Oh, the
Try
fortitude.
to clear some of the try to see if I can at least clear one.
That
second.
will clear 1 second.
One. All right. Good. Let's bump that down. All right. Let's just say here.
Gotta move
All right.
my mic
That's good.
from my angle.
Still
And that ain't
full
working for
health
me.
for now. So yeah, I'll
That
go
plan
ahead
doesn't work for me.
and hang here, and yeah, let's go ahead and do another attack here. All right, 28 to hit this time.
That will hit this time.
All right, not expecting much, but something.
Add your sneak attack on there too, because it's sneak attack's cumulative with damage, which helps get by damage resistance.
All right.
Also divine.
Also, add
yeah,
the
that's right. Yeah, it
add
is
the
divine.
damage too.
All right. All right. Take it.
You're
10.
you're missing the divine.
Another D6.
Another d6 for your
Yeah,
divine damage.
All right, another d6. All right. Doop. And all right.
Alright, so that's 26. Okay. Does seem to do a little bit of damage. The divine especially.
Well, all damage is good damage as far as I'm concerned. But let's see here. Yep, that's turn.
Alright. The Geist once more is going to suck in the energy from the Sandpoint Devil. Tarek is far enough away that it won't matter for him, but this will hit Roland, Lupin, and the Living Bonfire. So the three of you give me a reflex save.
Sorry, am I caught up in this?
Yes.
Okay.
Why is my audio being weird? There we go. Sorry, there was a slight error from the audio for me. Alright. Roland got a 24, then 28, and 28. 28 will pass for both of you. 24 will fail. Okay, so breakdown. Lupin takes nothing because of his ability. The living bonfire takes none of the flame damage. And then passes, so it takes half of the negative damage. 11 on the living flame. Roland, you're going to take 39 damage.
That's with the reduction.
29 damage because of your fire.
Thank you.
69 living flame HP. Let's go. We're so back.
Got a nice amount left.
It's then going to lean over, and that giant, like the main maw that it has out of the hood, is going to lean forward and try and just bite Lupin.
Alright.
Let's see. 25 to hit.
That does hit.
Alright, that's gonna be... Check my dice tray. 17 piercing damage. Its teeth feel very real, despite being corporeal. We are back to Tarek.
Since we're all taking some hits now, I'm just going to go ahead and burn it. Oh, and my frighten would have gone down by 1 now, right? Because it's been back to its turn.
Yes.
Actually, yeah. So just down by 1 though, right? Yeah, I'll just split it by 1.
Yes.
All right. All right. All 3 actions. Level 3 heal. And I will make the free religion check in a moment here.
And you're healing, not damaging the undead.
I can do both.
Oh, you can do both?
To heal the living, if the so it's just because I'm doing the 30-foot emanations, it targets all living and
so it's the
undead
burst.
creatures.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm hitting everything.
All right, it's going to fail.
So this is... Oh, there's the cat. 3d8 plus 24... Oh, wait. This is the heal roll. Got the damage rolls different, I think. Okay. Okay, I don't add the +8 to the... Or the +24 to the damage roll. Only to the amount healed.
I believe so.
2 actions. Well, it says right there. The spell is if you're healing a living creature. So this is going to heal everybody. 36. And it takes 12. Not
It
great.
does seem to take that full 12, though.
So.
We all heal up 36?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. That puts me back up to full.
Alright.
That's my turn.
Gangini.
Can I make a religion check to see what the fear of the devil is?
Yeah.
I really make mine too.
One of you will pass eventually.
I can finally.
Okay, Tarek, this is a haunt. Basically a manifestation of terrible things that have happened in a particular location. You think in this case probably adventurers dying and having like potent fear as they passed of the Sandpoint Devil. Perhaps even Arika's previous party.
Gotcha.
Haunts are difficult to disperse. You can hurt them, although they do have oftentimes immunities. Excuse me. Immunities to things that would have caused the haunt. You would know that there is precedent for people to try and soothe haunts. If you are either really good at diplomacy or religion, you could try one of those checks to like calm the unquiet fears that are making this haunt manifest. I think on a 32, boosted up with Gangini as well with an extra +1. The thing you're fighting, a Geist. Geists like to live or, be dead in places near haunts because they suck the power out of the haunt to improve everything they do.
I guess I will try a diplomacy check then. A very bad diplomacy check.
You really missed the mark on what the diplomacy checks do take an action, by the way. You really missed the mark on what's needing to calm these undead emotions. Nothing happens to the haunt.
Let's see.
I will say, actually, Tarek, what you said, 30 feet termination, right? That does seem to slightly affect the fear of the devil, the haunt.
Okay.
Gangini still have 2 actions.
One is sustaining my fire elemental.
Okay.
Then I think I'll move like here. And we'll Fear of the Sandpoint Devil, that's probably not great for my fire damage. Hazarding a guess. Yeah, I'll try 10 draw the Geist.
Ooh.
Oh, that's 120 plus 15. I see. I understand what I did wrong.
That is the math of 120 plus 15, though. That is correct.
How about 24? It's a much worse number.
Um, 24, this is just to hit it?
Yeah.
Nah, that's not gonna do it.
Alright, we're mapping over here. 27.
Very close, but the Sandpoint Devil lets out like a burst of sound that repels your fire. Once again, the Geist is protected by the haunt.
Yeah, we have to figure out how we do it, so.
I'll try a triple map penalty fire moat ranged attack at
you already
haunt.
used one action to do the diplomacy check.
Yes, my elemental has 3 actions.
It's one action to use the elemental's actions.
Yes.
Gotcha. Continue.
Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. How often does the 3rd map attack do anything, though?
Sometimes you just gotta believe in the heart of the cards.
And the 7?
Sylvina?
Alright, I'm gonna try religion to soothe this thing.
You kind of try to like soothe and calm the unquiet fears left behind by these long slain adventurers. That is not.
I think I'm gonna use points on that actually.
Okay. And I'll say as you're coming at it from the religion angle too, I think it's also like you're hindering this haunt with like layer upon layer of prayers of protection of Callistria. Like just like holy words to fuck it up.
Five. I have not rolled higher on my religion checks on 4 of them than a 6.
Alright, roll 20. Really,
You guys just burning these channel points for nothing.
the heart of the dice are fucking us hard today.
Good Good lord.
I kind of feel like that's just been
Can I
this entire
use
campaign. I feel like the
Another
rerolls just have not
action to
worked.
try and do the same thing.
Sure, they're your actions.
Cool. There we go.
Alright. That is a success. I think one more success like that.
All right.
And the
Here we go.
prayers of protection might be enough.
Okay. Well, it's one of those days.
The good news is that wasn't a critical failure, so it didn't revert the one success you have so far.
That's it from me. I'll try again next turn.
Alright, Roland.
I have plus 18 to religion, by the way.
I can't believe you
know.
rolled a 3, a 5, and a 4.
And my previous rolls, I want to point out, were 6 and 1 to figure out what it was.
So do I still make religion checks to try and figure something out, or
You guys, they know what they're doing.
Yeah. We just worry about the guys. We'll deal with it eventually.
I
Alright,
assume a 30 hits?
that does hit.
Alright.
Um,
I'm gonna try and intimidate the fear.
intimidate the fear of the haunt, the manifestation of other people's fears.
Yeah.
Alright, pop off.
Go for it.
Set it up.
It seems...
You know what? You know what?
Alright.
Shadow points. Shadow points.
This was
fear is
that
not
was
great.
already a long shot of you trying to intimidate a collection of fears of dead people. But the fucking
Fears.
fact that it was into a nat one, you guys haven't done like a good reroll yet this session. It's absolutely insane. Wow. Okay. Cool. Fear of the devil. It's gonna blast the cone, including the Geist, but probably not gonna do much to the Geist. Reflex save from everyone in here. The flame creature's immune to fire, so don't worry about him. So Lupin, Tarek, Roland are making the saves.
All right.
Wow, we rolled hot on that one, boys.
Reflex, you say?
Yeah.
All than ass.
Alright.
Actually, not even a
Lupin,
terrible roll, but
pass and take nothing. Roland, pass, so take half and then subtract 10. So you take 17 minus 10. Roland takes 7. Tarek, before any resistances, you take 34.
no resistances. I just take that to the face.
On
This
on
isn't Shaw.
7d6, only 2 dice were less than a 5. It was 5, 5, 3, 5, 6, 4, 6.
This encounter has not gone well for us.
Yeah, I didn't really think this encounter was going to go on this long, if I'm being honest, but here we are.
This has been a punishing encounter.
The Sandpoint Devil, to put salt on the wound, is going to vomit forth more smoke to billow in the room.
God.
Gangini's close enough now. Sylvina, I think you're out of the smoke area, but everyone but Sylvina, give me a fort save.
Jesus.
I mean, it probably wouldn't matter given how we're
Guys.
rolling, but I am really good at fort saves among the group.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Just like shouting that like to the party from safety. I'm really good at these.
I did say it probably wouldn't matter.
Okay,
I
Tarek
got
in
nothing.
the game.
fails. Gangini fails.
At least it's not a crit fail.
Roland passes and is fine, I believe.
Yeah.
And Lupin, you still need a fortitude save as well.
All right.
Lupin fails as well. Okay, if you failed, you are sickened 1. Or, sorry, sickened 2 on the fail. Cool. You guys start coughing in the smoke again. Lupin.
Back up to 2 again. All right. So first, let me try fortitude save, see if I might be able to clear one of that. You know what? I've got channel points to burn. I'm going to do it.
You may not have wanted to do that.
Oh my god.
All right. You know what? It is what it is.
Still
All right.
double sickened.
All right. Second action, I will go ahead and attempt to attack with the Monarch against the Geist. Ooh, natural 1.
My God.
Jesus Christ. Okay. The
Is
devil
there-
roars
are there
so
packs?
loud that you almost drop your weapon, but you managed to hold on.
All right. Still don't want to move, so I'll just go do second attack with map. 27.
That'll work with rolling there, yeah.
All right. Then 2 for attack,
And then 1d6 for divine.
and then another 1 for divine. Loop.
All right, this thing
Alright,
is
and nope.
getting into the orange. Still not
All
quite
right,
death's
that'll
door
be my
yet.
turn.
All right. Once again, this thing remains surrounded, and it has the haunt to pull off of, so it will use its Wrath of the Haunt ability. As the cloak sucks in more fire, ignites, covers itself in mouths, and whips out to everyone around it. Reflex save from the living fire, Roland and Lupin. All right. All of you fail. Roland takes 44. As does Lupin.
So
Uh,
34.
So 34, yes. The fire, living, whatever it is, living fire, ignores the fire damage, but does take 16 void damage.
Okay.
Then it is going to try and bite Lupin. Lupin, that is a 28.
Yep, that hits.
The haunt is empowering its bite, so there's a little extra damage on top, but that's going to be 25 damage to Lupin as that maw sinks its teeth in you.
Oof. Yeah, so like here, I'm down to 20.
All right, Tarek, back to you.
I'm no longer frightened. All right. I am going to spend one action. My first action. I'm going to. You said is it's religion or diplomacy check to try and dispel the haunt.
Yep.
I'm gonna try a religion check, see if I can't finish this thing off.
Nope.
I cannot get out of the low 20s.
You start kind of trying to like do these like nature prayers, calling upon the power of the storm.
I'll get it
and
on
the
my
sea.
turn. You
All right.
guys can focus on the guys.
Honestly, I'm just gonna spend my last 2 actions. I'm gonna cast. Actually, Lupin's pretty badly hurt. I was gonna try and get rid of my sicken, but no, I'm gonna.
I can heal Lupin.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend 2 actions then to cast Sound Body on myself and clear sicken.
Okay. You kind of clear this like cloying smoke from your lungs. Gangini.
Okay. I'm not gonna sustain the living wildfire, but I'm gonna use a 3-action heal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So if you don't
That-
sustain, does it just not act or does it go away?
It goes away.
Floop.
So I'll do a full action heal that should heal everybody and hurt the Geist, but not the fear of the devil. That's should be 38 healing for all of you.
And
And
12 to the Geist. It takes the full 12.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I guess that works too.
Yeah, I just do the
Alright.
same dice that.
Yeah,
usually works.
it makes sense.
Sorry, how much do we heal?
38.
38.
Nice.
Selena.
All right.
So wait,
Roll
wait.
the religion checks. 33.
All right. You kind of like hold your hand up and like using like the words you're chanting and like fiery red like wasps making like pentagram signs in the air. The fear of the devil kind of just subsists into columns of smoke and goes away.
Wonderful.
You see the Geist's
And I
cloak become noticeably more like ragged and less alight.
And of course. All right. I got rid of the thing.
You're really
At least
hung up on the success of banishing the haunt. That you missed the Geist. Roland?
You know what the worst part is? I looked up what a ghost touch rune costs. It's 75.
That's it.
Yeah. And I have the free slot for it.
Well, we know what we're doing when we get back to town.
25
Yeah.
effectively. Without the shadows of the haunt to protect it, that does hit the Geist. It doesn't do a lot, but actually it does nothing.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
Acid.
Oh, sorry. I think yeah, you get a little bit of acid in there. You're right. You're right.
Alright. Second attack.
Still good. Let's see. So same thing, basically just acid damage.
Son of a bitch. Lupin, would you have liked to make a reaction
Oh
strike?
yeah, you got the reactive ability.
Oh yeah, of course. All right, come on. Loop. All right, 28 to hit.
That'll hit. Add the extra damage.
Okay. Then 2d6 for sneak. All right, then 1 for divine.
Is it basically just the divine?
Well, adding because let's see, so it's cumulative. It's basically just the divine. Yeah, that wasn't that high a roll. Whittling this Geist down though. All right, it is not going to be able to use its most powerful ability, the Wrath of the Haunt, anymore. And it has not been long enough to give the terrifying laugh again. So it's just going to triple bite, trying to just back to back to back Lupin.
All right.
You really just pissed in this thing's oat flakes, didn't you?
More just like you're tastier than armor. Okay, first one, 35. Does that crit?
That does crit.
Okay, second one is a nat 20. I'm assuming that'll crit too.
Mhm.
And then 25.
That
I'm glad I
just
healed you.
meets my AC.
Okay, so crit hit. Just gonna roll all that together. Good lord.
Wait, do you have like massive penalties to your AC right now, or what's?
2. So
I do have some because I am sickened.
Yeah, he's sticking
okay.
to it.
okay, hold on. I gotta do this one at a time. So I'm losing my mind. This is gonna down you for sure.
Well, yeah, I'm standing by.
You never, you never
I'm
want
just
to
gonna
hear your
roll the
DM
2
say that.
crits. They were all on you. That's fine. All right, 103 damage.
That would put almost any.
What
of
are you
us
doing?
down.
Oh, I fucked up. Sorry. Hold on. Let me re-roll that. I put one dice wrong. 86 damage. He's still down.
Yep.
Oh, you guys see this thing just pounce, and in a blur of its main maw and like substantiated smaller maws along the cloak just shred Lupin. He is bloody and unconscious. Tarek.
All right. Well,
I think you would have been better off with the fireball because you just have evasion.
5 foot. Move up to here. Battle medicine. Going for the DC 20.
Okay.
Cool. So he heals 4d8 plus 10. You're heal 31 and are back on your feet.
I can't even tell you how scared I was that was going to be a nat 1.
I'm like here, but now I'm at wounded 2.
Yeah, I'll be treating you that in a bit. But and then for my last action, honestly, I am just going to. I'm not going to bother swinging at. I'm going to cast Glass Shield.
All right.
Oh wait, no, I can't. Is that one action?
I'm not sure.
Sorry.
Just run away.
It's one action.
There we go. Oh, all right. But yeah, I will use
Glass
Glass
kind of
Shield.
like manifests in the air in front of you, between you and the Geist. Gangini.
Right. All right, we're spending the full turn for Force Barrage.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay, that's that. That's 19? 38. Force damage.
With a barrage of like glowing energy cards, the Geist is ripped apart, and we're out of combat. All right.
That was brutal.
It's pretty bad. Pretty rough.
Yeah, that
Look down
was.
the pit and see if we see anything down there.
Give me 1 sec. You guys are level 9 right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus a hazard. You guys are gonna get 100 XP.
740.
Yeah.
Wait, how much XP was that?
100.
Total, we got 100.
100.
Oh, I think I missed experience from last
Yeah,
week.
we should be at
Yeah.
740.
Yeah. Oh, next level's gonna be so nice.
Yeah.
I'm finally
get
gonna have 20 Constitution.
I get an extra D12 on my swings with Vicious.
Nice.
Give me a perception check as you look down the pit. All right. You see, kind of deep down into that pit, it seems like there is like bones and glints of metal. Like
Okay.
gold, silver, magical items, perhaps.
Is it just a pit, or does it like open up into something?
I mean, from the angle of this is like a, 12-foot by 15-foot pit or whatever. Like you see as much as what I'm describing, basically. Like it looks like a larger chamber than that. It's not a perfect like straight shaft downward.
Okay. What are we planning on doing next?
Well, if we want, I can take a minute. Like we can take 10 minutes I still have some spells remaining. I think I can stitch up Lupin so that way he's not wounded. Um, I think we investigate because it sounds like our loot is here. Um, I have some spells and stuff remaining, but it's up to us whether we want to call it a day or keep pressing.
Well, if you guys want to think on it for a minute, we can take a quick bathroom break and come back.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, let's take a quick pause.
All
Let you
right.
guys consider.
I don't think that's prudent.
Hang on, let me give him a medicine check and pick him back up. I mean, he won't be wounded once I give him the medicine check. Is the main thing.
Yeah.
So, I think we can press a little more, since I think once we pick, all right, I'm gonna do a 20 on the medicine check, and maybe we also take 10 minutes so that way Beans, you and I can refocus. Because if we do that, then I think we'll be okay going forward.
Okay.
I'm running
do
out
you
of
think
5th level
the
spells.
hole
Is all I'm saying.
leads down to the next floor, or is it just?
You must be kidding me. All right. Did we get a hero point for that last one, Ben?
Oh yes, you did.
All right, I'm gonna spend it because I don't want him to be wounded. There we go. Ridiculous.
Ben, does it seem like the pit leads down to the next floor, or does it seem like it's just a pit on this floor?
No, like the next floor, like distance wise. It's hard. Again, you can see like a small fraction of it.
Okay, but
Lupin,
distance-wise, that's
Distance wise, it looks
Lupin-
like at least 100-foot drop.
Oh, jeez.
okay. Sure.
Lupin, you heal another 20 and you are no longer wounded.
All right.
Then I don't think we need.
I would
to
say
hit
it's like
that
as you're
quite yet.
patching up Lupin, he's just sort of like leaning against the wall, and he's smoking on a cigarette, doing the best he can to keep it from blowing the smoke in your face.
Took it pretty bad on that one. Never seen a jacket that has that many teeth. That just wasn't right.
Well, say this. It's be a really interesting thing to tell Red about when I see her again. See him just sort of like look longingly off into the middle distance.
Come on, stay focused. We got work to do.
All right.
Then you said it was like 150 feet down.
Yeah,
To the
100 feet.
Oh, jeez.
Anyone got a feather fall spell?
I
We do
mean,
have snap leaves.
We have the snap leaves, but I don't think we want to go down there. I think we should explore the rest of the floor first.
I agree.
Yeah.
Have a listen to the next door. Oh, is this another cog door?
It is indeed.
One of these.
You can make a perception check on it.
It's metal.
It is indeed made of metal. Alright, someone could try interacting with it, or you guys could try to go a different direction.
Does
We
this
have
look
to
like it's locked the same
choose-
way as the other one?
One of the doors. This one, or this one, I think, right? Or I guess we could see if the portal takes us to the other side of the. I do think we need to see where that teleportation circle takes us at some point, but
You can also try thievery checks to unlock some doors.
Wait, have we checked this door?
I mean, it's one of the clockwork doors. I mean, Lupin's the only one with thievery, I think. So if he wants to see if there might be a way to get at it.
Actually, I am trained in thievery. I'm just not great at it.
I will say, Tarek, on a 23, you think even once it's unlocked, it'll basically take you effectively 2 interact actions to twist the heavy gears to open the door. So this isn't a door you can open quick. It needs to be unlocked and then like manually turned.
All right.
Lupin, Gengini, either of you guys trying to unlock it or?
Alright. It's like here. Alright. Does the door appear to be locked?
24.
What 24 say about that?
Not quite enough. That'll do it though.
Here.
34.
Yeah,
it
I
is
guess like
unlocked.
Lupin just sort of like shoulders you out of the way. It's like, here, let a master show you how it's done.
All right. Who's gonna take the 2 actions to turn it?
Would that be like a physical check, or is we just helping Lupin out?
It's basically just a time thing. Like if you ever need to open these doors, it's gonna take 2
Well,
actions.
All right, I'll give him a hand.
Well, I was gonna say, well, how about I do it, and that way you can rush in if we need to.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll
Alright.
stand next to Roland so I can throw him if need be.
All right.
I cannot jump the distance. You'll have to toss me.
I can go the distance.
Realistically, it's basically giving you a free action massive jump.
Beans, are you
but-
gonna?
I sing that
are you
one
gonna
to
move up for
my
Yeah.
students a lot.
All
I
right,
think the
I'll do the.
idea of throwing is more fun.
All right, go ahead, Tarek. Open it up.
All right, I open. I wrench it open. Oh, more of these guys.
All right. Hard to see the whole room from this angle. Obviously, you can see what you can see there, but you hear the sound of gears turning and grinding, filling this long hall. For a constantly whirring set of gears that turn and twist of their own accord, seemingly like run down the entire like walls and ceiling here. Like everything in this, every surface is clockwork almost, except for the floor.
That's fun.
What do you do?
I can see one of the little clockwork dudes there. I'll whisper back, more of the metal men, and I'll step forward.
Maybe they'll have more riddles for us.
Step forward.
All right, everyone pause where their tokens are. No one else move. Ah, that's not what I wanted. There's the other thing I wanted. We are going to roll for initiative as soon as Tarek crosses the threshold.
Oh, they're not even bothering asking us a question. What dicks?
Yeah, what assholes?
Yeah, the other ones were friendlier.
Beans, were you doing the initiative bonus for this one?
I honestly, I like these ones' art even more than the Clockwork Mage art,
It's
which is
before this time.
already sick.
Oh, nice.
Oh, those things were kind of cute.
I love that like the face is just a circling gear.
Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
the big fucking axis is just so adorable.
All right, what's the bonus we get to initiative?
4.
3? 4?
Oh,
Okay.
4. Oof.
I feel like the
Yeah,
only way I've been
I've-
fucking up today is bad initiative rolls, so we'll see if I keep that up.
I'm up to
Well, I mean,
37.
I did keep it up. They're gonna go last.
The
The
Geist
deck is
still
kind of
the
stacked
order,
in our
by the way.
favor now.
Yeah, I'll remove the guys. Don't worry. All right, everybody in. Let me know if anyone's still changing their number.
There, that was like, you're supposed to be a 38.
All right. So yours is a 38, so that's gonna go first. Then Tarek, then Roland. All right. Lupin, you see these things grasp their axes tighter and lurch into action.
Alright.
Technically they're halberds, actually, but
Yeah. I know I'm like
Oh,
here, but
no. Not going from Halberts.
All right.
They
Okay,
got
flashback
my
spell.
Sunday group got fucked up by a Clockwork guy with a halberd. Admittedly, it was their fault.
Okay,
I
I
think-
said he shouldn't do it. I said he should wait.
That's true. It was
Right.
mainly just the guy that got killed's fault. Basically, he got crit by a halberd wielding clock soldier and got insta killed because he took so much damage. In the campaign, if he'd waited like literally, like the thing only had enough battery for like 6 more seconds, like a turn.
Yeah, he had to wait.
So if he had just stood still, it would have powered down. They could have just walked by it anyway.
It was such an.
Oh my god, that was an
All right.
insane play.
As much as I like, as someone rolling dice is like high number, good. I think I tend to work better when someone else gets in melee first. So I think I'm going to delay until after rolling.
Okay, sounds good. You're gonna go after Roland, so Tarek is up first then.
All right. Honestly, seeing this, I'm gonna lead off with a big one. I think. I'm gonna use something new. As the smell of ozone permeates the room and as sparks and static ripple across his body, and I'm gonna burn my first 5th level spell and cast Lightning Storm.
Okay. This is a 20-foot burst centered on you, or what?
So I know I choose a.
You call down 1 lightning bolt within the spell's area.
Yeah. So as rolling storm clouds roll across the ceiling, I am going to make it drop the first one so that it can only hit the bottom. We'll start with the bottom 2.
Okay, lightning bolts begin to spark. There's like arcing jolts going between all these spinning metal gears. They're gonna make the reflex saves.
Hey, Tarek, are there
Yeah.
any in any of these 4 squares, or I guess this one up here?
Tarek will motion saying that he's got guys to his left. Because you see, let's say you see him look left and then look right. So you can assume yes, there's somebody up there.
Roland, I can toss you into a position where
Fail,
you can be.
pass. Both of them also seem to judder as electricity arcs through them. Seems to make them twitch a little bit as they
Alright.
spark more. So let's
Okay.
see.
It's
Okay.
This is basically just call lightning, right?
but higher level, yeah. It's a 5th level spell. That is my entire turn because it's 3 actions to cast it.
All right. Roland.
Sylvina's tossing me in.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that on my turn.
Oh, it has to be on your turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'll delay until after Sylvina.
Okay. I assume Lupon will also delay till after Sylvina then.
Well, I don't
Correct.
think she has to in this, or he has to in this case. Unless
I wanted
yeah,
to wait
I don't
until
think-
Lupin wanted to wait until Roland went.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Because like I said, I tend to do
No.
better if someone else gets in melee first.
That's fair. That's
Glad all these numbers were useless for our initiative order.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Gangini next.
And the door's only like that one square entrance.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just did the... Here, I'll do it so the stream can see. Can I do that? It doesn't quite work for the stream audience. Yeah, basically Gangini's only seeing like a thin strip of light right here.
Yeah. All right, so we're fighting Clockwork guys. Okay, I'm gonna give the Living Wildfire another chance. I'm gonna do it 2 squares right of Tarek.
All right. What is it? Let me find it.
Living the fire guy.
The
has
same
something
one.
to
Same
say.
one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In front of Tarek, like here,
Yeah, it's like 2 squares further in.
there.
Yeah, we'll do it
Okay.
there.
All right, another living wildfire. Appears as Gangini like opens his hand and summons answer his call. Belisarius.
On call.
And that's 3 actions, so we'll go to Sylvina.
I am going to flinging updraft Roland, letting him jump to right there. One above Tarek as a free action.
Alright.
Then I will begin to move to here. That's my
Good God, there's a lot of them.
last action.
Just 4.
That's why I burned the big spell immediately.
You may want to
Um,
back
Oh, sorry,
up.
Selena, the thing.
how high are these rooms?
These rooms? Oh, hold on. Let me see. Clockwork foyer. This one is 15 feet high.
15 feet?
20 feet high, sorry. This is a bigger room.
That's still fine. I'll still stay here.
Okay. Roland, you get yeeted in by the power of the elements.
Crack this guy with a vicious swing.
Alright.
Shit.
That does
Hit
hit.
abysmal rolls.
It does seem he's like made of solid metal, so some of this seems to like glance off slightly. Unless your weapon's made of orichalcum, which it's not.
Yeah, that's your offline.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Um,
Oh, okay. That was weird. It says it's back. The app never
Oh, yeah.
stopped streaming. It only stopped on Twitch. I wonder if that's gonna divide the video. Probably, because Twitch is annoying as fuck. Sorry, Twitch, but, you know, do better. Ugh, yeah, I gotta stitch together. God damn it. It's not even my fault. Alright. So there... Sorry, went over to the settings. Okay. Roland, another hit. This one looks almost bloodied, honestly, even though it's reducing damage. The acid is not reduced.
Alright.
Lupin.
Alright. Let's see here.
Excuse me.
I'll go ahead and start moving in by... where is that? Alright, up. Here we go. So I'm gonna keep forgetting that I have this. And since I've got that new feat from our last level up, I can sneak at full speed. 2 actions for underhanded assaults. Alright, so I'll roll that stealth.
Alright.
And this gets -2. 33.
Alright, yep, you're good.
Alright, and then off of that, I do attack with the Monarch. 32.
We'll say... let me read this here. Okay, so it can't see you do that. Okay. That will hit.
And I'll roll 2d6 sneak attack.
does it crit considering the thing is flat-footed, or is it a higher AC?
It's close to critting, but not quite.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, this one is below bloody
thank-
now, though.
Alright.
Anything
Alright,
else?
so that was 2 actions. I got one more, so I'm not sure if I can, considering it's a machine, but I'll go ahead and give it a try. I would like to attempt to twist the knife if I can.
I'll tell you
Sure,
how you
can't-
try to, but it's a construct and it can't bleed.
Alright, well now I know, so that's my turn.
Alright, it is the soldiers. They're just gonna move the fuck in.
Yep.
Alright, 2 on are gonna be attacking up top on Lupin. They did 1 action already. Now they will attack twice. Oh, actually, let's see. Let me see. Do I have to be? Okay. So instead, he will come here. They all kind of like, you see the clockwork mechanisms flex on their chest and extend, and they like interlock shielding plates with the ones next to them. Kind of forming a simultaneous like phalanx while stable to attack. So they're only going to make one attack this turn. So 2 attacks on Tarek. Alright, Tarek, first one is... Oh, you know what, actually? I forgot they had this. They have fucking reach, so let's do it from here. Those ones do have to push up, though. Tarek, the first one is 33.
Hits.
That's gonna be 14 damage. Second one is 27.
Also hits.
16 damage.
Okay, so you said how much total? Sorry, 16 and
29 total, I believe.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. And then the 2 up there on Lupin. A crit and a 26, so a crit and a hit.
Actually, it's like here. My normal AC is 27, so it's like one
Oh.
miss.
All right, a crit and a miss then. Let's see. Oops, I minimized their sheet by accident. Did not mean to do that. Alright. So that's gonna be... it's gonna be 34 damage to Lupin.
Alright, let's come down to 17.
Alright, Tarek.
Alright, so there's a thing I can do. So Lupin, how confident are you in that reflex save? Because if I can try and call in some help for you, like danger close up there, but you're gonna have to make that save. I've got channel points for you.
Alright, I
Up
got
to you.
some channel
If you say
points from...
if you say no, I'll put it on the south guys. But I can otherwise I can if I.
Alright, I
you.
say go for it. I mean, I don't have any debuffs on right now, so I should be able to make it.
Okay. I just wanted to check because I mean otherwise, yeah. So because you're a bit in the soup up there. All right. Seeing Lupin give him a nod, I will spend an action to sustain, and then actually, it's only one to sustain it, not to use it again. So I need to figure out another action then. I will spend it, so I will sustain the lightning storm, calling it in where it hits. I mean, it's gonna hit Lupin, but then the 2 Clockwork soldiers.
Okay, so hitting these 3 basically.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's gonna come like at the farthermost end of the hall.
Alright, they will both pass, but also take the additional electricity damage, so that's... Okay.
Lupin?
And Lupin, go ahead and make your reflex save.
Alright, come on.
This one's looking pretty bad. Let me
He
ask
makes it
you,
exactly.
okay, so you make it and take nothing. Tarek, that has a manipulate action on it, right?
Oh, flippin' hell, it does.
Okay, both Clockwork soldiers next to you are going to attack.
Yep. Ow.
Nat 20 and 32.
Hit crit.
Okay, hit and crit. Alright, so first, let's do this all together. It's going to be... it's going to be 37 total damage. As your spell, you kind of like hold your hands up to do the lightning and call it back down. They just 2 quick halberd slashes towards you.
I still have 2 actions because there's only 1 to sustain it. The lightning bolt happens just by sustaining it.
Yeah.
All right, which I didn't realize. I thought I had to spend my entire turn each turn doing that. Which, yeah, good to know for next time. But seeing as they've done that, I'm going to. Here.
Also, let me read attack of opportunity because I realized the other Clockwork soldier can probably whack you too. Yep, it can. 32, so just a regular hit.
Yep.
Another 19.
Okay. Ow. I'm hurting, looking pretty bad. That in mind. Yeah. Fall back here in a second, but I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna heal myself because I thought about trying to do some damage, but that was I forgot about the attacks of opportunity with reach. Ow. Actually,
Does sustaining have a manipulate trait?
yes.
Oh, jeez. Maybe you want to move away
Or
so
actually-
they can't do it next time you sustain.
Check that. Actually, let me check that real quick.
Presumably it's the same spell. It probably does.
No, the sustain action just has concentrate.
Oh, interesting.
All right, so
Whatever 37 plus 19 is, add that back.
do that in a second. All right, that makes my situation less desperate. That being said,
Alright, it does undo. They all still have their reactions then.
right, that's the problem. Getting a taste of my own medicine here. I use a no, in my other campaign I use a polearm fighter.
Alright.
Sorry, I'm gonna take a 5-foot guarded step back. Damn it, this is completely screwing up my action economy. Sorry, I didn't think about this. Thought my turn was gonna be simpler. Right, I'm just gonna take a 5-foot step and
If you want to run behind me, if... Wait, there's a snake person in the initiative order.
Yeah, it was gonna be more surprising, but then Tarek changed his whole turn, so.
Yeah, if...
But he's not allowed to make reaction stacks. You don't know that it's happening yet.
it's like I don't know. Actually, what I'm gonna do is
I'm saying that if Roland and Lupin feel confident in their ability to survive, it is always an option to just move out of the way so that I can fireball
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna
the entire
gonna-
room.
I'm going to clear the area.
Okay, if you move, I'm gonna say just take the 3 attacks that happened.
Fucking hell.
I mean, if
can't
you
he
look,
guarded step can't he guarded step and then move?
I can at least that'll only avoid one of them because they have reach.
Yeah, but they only have 10 feet
You know what?
reach, right?
you
If
could
you
leave
take
the
a
room.
first step, they're no longer in range. Is what
All right, then I will take a 5-foot guarded step back. And then glass shield.
Is guarded step
That's
still
kinda
a thing?
lame.
Yeah,
That's an action to do it. Okay, that's my turn. Sorry about that. That took way too long. I'm sorry.
Alright. Let's see.
If this snake person is actually here, I have a feat that makes me go first if we're tied in initiative. Just saying.
Okay.
Is there actually a serpent folk cultist here?
Oh yeah, for sure. The surprise is so fucked now, though. You have no idea there is one, so don't do anything on your turn that would know that one is there.
I mean, I'm gonna have my big wildfire attack the clockwork thing it's in melee with.
All right.
Unfortunately, I don't think I've got a good fireball.
Great. All right, map time.
Base. My only options would.
Why would I
Oh
roll
my
anything
God.
useful? $26.
26 will hit.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and roll. What kind of damage is fire damage, right?
It's fire damage.
Okay,
It's
how does
2d6 plus 6 fire and 2d4 persistent. So 15 damage plus 5 persistent fire.
Okay. You hit the flash point of one of the metals and it starts to burn.
And I guess I will do a divine lance on that, the one my elemental just attacked. So there it is.
I think especially with
20.
cover, because you can only see part of it, that's not going to do it on a 22.
Do I not have, like, can I not see what my elemental sees?
I don't, unless the summon spell allows you to do that with summon ability, but not usually. Even when you have familiars, you have to like concentrate on that as an action.
Cool.
The terrain here is not working well for us.
All right. One action, 2 action, 3 action. A clockwork secret door is going to open in the mesh of gears. Alright, 2 snake folk are going to walk out. One's only used 1 action, one has used 2 actions. As they burst out of a secret room.
Yeah, we need to fall back to the tunnel.
Make a choke point.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do first? The one that has 1 action is rough. He is going to rock up and just cast a shield. The other one is going to show up and all right. I'm going to need. Okay, it's a 20-foot burst. It's going to hold its serpent staff aloft, and a burst of green snake energy is going to rip through part of the hallway. 20. Okay. Everybody in the party, if good
What about
is
the
any part
Clockwork
of your
thing?
alignment. Oh, sorry. Oh no, because it chooses. Okay. Everybody make a fortitude save in the party.
What? Wait, it doesn't have to do with good?
Um,
Damn it, why'd I have to pick chaotic good?
I'm not in good
Wait, is it
alignment,
everyone
but-
who's good or everyone who's what's going on here? Ben?
basically, it's gonna deal evil damage to everybody. If you are evil,
So that
it
is-
won't affect you. If you're anything
Ah,
but evil,
well.
you will be affected.
And of course, still rolling like garbage. Okay.
Okay, Sylvina fail, Gangini fail, Lupin fail, Roland pass and crit succeeds, Tarek naturally crit succeeds. So both of them take nothing. The other 3 of you who fail are going to take full damage and become sickened 1.
Okay.
The 3 of you that failed take 22 evil damage and become sickened 1.
I'm down.
Yeah.
You guys see Lupin crumple. Sylvina, it's your turn.
Alright. 1 sec, I gotta do stuff. 22 damage. Alright. And the constructs were not affected by this?
No.
Wonderful. Alright. Lupin is stuck there, so I think we kind of have to fight, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I can push up, maybe kill this one, and then start flanking with Lupin, but Fireball's in the bottom.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
the
be.
thing is, I don't
blasting.
have the sight on the bottom yet. Is kind of the problem.
We may have to...
Yeah, Sylvina's basically seeing, like...
I was
This
hoping
section.
Tark might move further so that I could just blast anyway, but with Tark standing there, I don't think I can afford to do that.
Oh. I mean, it's because I had to take the 5-foot guarded step. Is the problem?
Oh, can you not move after you do that?
I guess I could have. Oops. I mean, you would have been hitting Roland and stuff anyway. Is the part is the issue?
I would have just been hitting Roland, but he has the defenses, which might have been. But I think you actually need to be here now anyway to heal Lupin.
Yeah, I'll pick him up in a moment.
I'm gonna start by. Yes, I could go to there. It's an action. I'm gonna move to here, and then I'm going to Ash Strider. Sorry, one sec. Just like that. The most effective? No, that's not much better. Like that.
So you're only hitting that top one?
Only hitting that top one.
Okay.
But I'm not within reach of any of them.
Fail.
Okay. $18 fire damage. And I am concealed until the start of my next turn.
Alright, it takes 18, you're concealed. That one is close to bloodied. Roland. Alright, 23 will miss because of their
channel
overlapping
points.
shields. Oh, channel points it, okay. 35, because of their overlapping shields, will not crit. But it will hit. And it does strike that one down, I think, anyway. Well, let me see. So, slashing, reducing the slashing, becomes just barely with the acid that'll take that one out.
Like, fuck. I'm gonna elf step over here. Or, no, wait, I can't. That's 15.
Yeah, I can only guard step one.
Elf step to there.
Oh, right. Elf step is like a longer no op attack one, right?
Yeah.
Alright, you like fake this one out so it misses it, like isn't able to use its strikes on you. Lupin, give me a flat D20 save.
Alright. Alright, 17.
You're good. So you are stable, and you are at wounded 1.
Alright.
Alright, it is the soldiers now. One's gonna move to here. One is gonna move to here. Does take its 5 persistent. Their overlapping shields are still working because they're moving in tandem. They're each gonna make 2 attacks. One on this guy. This guy's gonna... He'll just triple attack. Actually, no. He would move into... So, he's gonna move over and activate his shields and make 1 attack. So they're all linked in their phalanx.
Does the activation, is that a manipulator or a move?
Let me check. 5-foot step, activate defenses. It does not look like it now.
Yeah.
So 5-foot steps and does that, so no op attack. Effectively, this is going to be 3 attacks on Roland, 2 attacks on Tarek. We'll start with the 2 that are on full BAB against Roland, and then the one that's second. Okay. 33 and 28 are the first 2 on
Yep.
Roland. Okay, so first one, 15 damage. Second one, also 15 damage, so a total of 30. Then one map. Terrible roll. It's gonna miss. 2, 1 normal, 1 with the penalty on Tarek. First one misses. Second one nat 20.
Okay.
So that's gonna be. There's another one. There's another one. Oh Jesus. All right. It's gonna be 30 damage on the crit. To Tarek specifically. All right. Were you at 82, or is that after the 30?
That should be 50.
Okay.
There.
Oh, there we go. It was just lagging for me for a second.
Is it 1 action or 2 to give somebody a potion?
It's 1 if you're doing it to yourself. It's 2 to someone else.
I'm gonna get hacked to pieces. This is really rough. Trying to get to Lupin, but
Lupin is stable. We should focus on just taking these things out if we can. Keep yourself alive.
right, I'm gonna have to let the thunderstorm go.
Okay.
Because like, Ben, can I get a lightning bolt template?
Isn't that just a straight line?
Well, because like, you know how it works with the squares, though. I don't know how the ladder, if I'm trying to angle it.
The fucking ladder. Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I don't know if I have that one, but I will look.
I don't think it works how I want it to, but I figured I'd ask. The angles here are all messed up.
That's so many of the auras and cones. Do I have any of the beams? Apparently I just have auras. That's kind of annoying.
Don't worry about it then.
Oh wait. What's the length of it? 30 feet.
Oops.
100 120 feet.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work how I want it to. I'm not gonna. So ignore that roll.
Okay.
I'm not gonna cast it.
This is a very tricky encounter.
Fuck it, we ball. If I do that, I'm gonna. The reach on these things is killing me here.
Yep. Halberds are rough.
All right, so I haven't. Let's see if I may still sustain. Problem is, I don't know which direction the serpent folk are coming from. So if I go north, I will still be fine. Okay, what I'm gonna do is fuck, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna take a 5-foot. No damage right now. Okay. Beans, do you have anything you can do to try and fuck these guys up on your turn?
Yes, it would kill all of you.
Okay.
What is it?
Fireball, but 4th level.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe don't do that. I'm gonna try and get to Lupin. I am going to 5-foot step.
You could 5-foot step, heal.
Yeah, 5
What?
foot.
Then we're all gonna be in AoE if they do some AoE thing again.
There's nothing we can really do about that.
That is true.
5-foot step.
Their heads kind of like click, 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 turn to look while you're moving carefully.
And then since it's not a manipulate, I will sustain the spell. And I'm going to try and blast the 2 cultists and the Clockwork soldier. And I'm going to focus it so it hits the 3 of them, but not the fire elemental. Actually, yeah.
So what are you trying to do?
I'm going to keep, since it's not a manipulate, I'm going to sustain the lightning storm since I
Okay.
can't really heal this turn anyway.
And it's a 20-foot burst?
Yeah. Okay, if I center it on this cultist here, it'll hit this Clockwork soldier and both cultists, and won't hit the fire elemental.
Okay. It'll also hit the 3rd cultist too.
Oh, sweet.
Alright, so reflex save for 3 cultists.
Yep.
Alright, the cultists. Ooh, pretty bad rolls. What's their save? Fail, fail, pass. So 24, 24, 12. Clockwork
Doing
soldier fails, so 24 plus the extra damage. This one is past bloody now.
And that's my turn.
Alright, Gangini.
I might have a spell.
Ooh. Do tell.
Wait, hold on. Does it really have the spell works? Hold on. You gotta look it up real quick. Oh, that is unfortunate. That spell sucks. Why do I have it? Alright, I'm gonna just have Living Inferno attack the one up in the left of it.
Okay. Bounces off their overlapping shields. Oof. Oof.
No, that's fine.
Just waves of heat slamming off their shields.
Yeah, that's just. I'm gonna cast Paranoia on the one that I can see in the doorway. Not wrong one. That one. Second one.
Paranoia on which one?
This.
Okay, let me see.
Is 25 correct? Hold on, what am I right now?
Oh, because of the sicken from the thing.
I'm sickened 1. Would that reduce my DC by 2?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It says my spell DC is 26 on my spell page, with the temporary -1 from sickened. I don't know where 25 is coming from.
So are you using Paralyze or Paranoia?
Paranoia.
Okay. Is Paranoia mental?
It's a will save.
You throw the spell at it, and you see kind of just like purple energy surround its head. Nothing happens.
Fantastic.
Cultists.
Did anyone heal Lupin?
I couldn't get to him. Like I was running out. I didn't have enough actions.
Wasn't it 2 guarded steps to get to him?
Yes. It's
It's 2 actions to feed him a potion.
yeah.
Oh, did you not have like a first level heal?
It's 2
one,
actions to do range of
if
touch.
if I use it, I'm gonna take 3 attacks of opportunity and get hacked to pieces.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's also true. He's manipulating action. Okay. That guy used his. Okay. This guy's gonna step through.
Christ.
What's the range on this? Okay. One of them's like, contain the interlopers. This guy moves up 30 feet. They both have used 1 action. They're each going to use the remaining 2 actions. And this guy's going to use 2 actions over here as well. I'm going to need, as they launch what looks like a purple snake directly at each of your faces, Tarek, Solvina, and Roland. I need each of you guys to give me a fortitude save. Do you auto crit, Sylvina?
I do.
Okay, so you're unaffected. Tarek, you're going to be blinded for 1 turn. Or sorry, you failed. You're going to be blinded for 1 minute.
Did we piss you off or something, Ben?
No, this is a tough fight. And Roland, you passed and are blinded for 1 turn.
I crit
I
succeed.
feel like
Oh, you auto crit succeed. That's right. Okay, so you're fine. This guy who
Oh.
has a 3rd action left to spare is going to cast a shield in front of himself. Sylvina.
All right. Gonna drop a fireball on everyone besides the Clockwork Soldier. That's not on those. Not on yet. All of those. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I knew what you were trying to do.
Oh, thank goodness.
Does Sickened go
You
away?
sure?
by the
You
way?
sure don't want it right here over like your wounded ally? Or...
Yeah. No, I'm sure.
If we stretch it, you could
Does-
probably touch Gangini too.
Does Sickened go away?
I believe
No, you
so.
have to
yeah.
spend an
Oh
action.
no, that's yeah. Spend a fortitude action. To
I'm
do it.
thinking frightened as goes away.
Frightened does tick down. Oh, so many saves I'm gonna have to do. Okay, so it's DC 27, right?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Let me put this to the back so I can see better. All right, top Clockwork Soldier. Fails for 31. That one's looking barely
He is
alive.
Blinded until the start of my next turn.
Can they be blinded? Let me see. Yes, they can. Sorry, there's like a million things that constructs are fucking immune to. Also, like, I just assumed they couldn't be blinded because they literally have no face. But pop off, I guess. Okay, next one is going to crit succeed on a nat 20.
Okay.
Top cultist. I switch data sheets real quick. Top cultist is 25, so that's a fail.
31 fire damage and blinded until the start of my next turn.
Alright, blinded. Next 2. Pass. So they each take 15.
Alright. 15 and dazzled until the start of my next turn.
15. Okay. 1 sec. I'll put the dazzled tag on them too. Dazzled. And dazzled. Okay. Oh, that was complicated.
Look, I'm trying to turn the fight around. I
No,
finally
it's
got in
fine. It's
position.
good. That's what you should do. I'm just like
Finally got in position.
try to keep track of all the conditions.
It really didn't. It's unfortunate it didn't take out that top Clockwork Soldier or any of the cultists. 31 fire damage is not that, but I still think I did a total of what? Over 100 fire damage and
Oh, easily.
31 plus 31, 62 plus 30, like 92. Because the one guy
Yeah,
crit
'cause one
passed.
one guy crit passed, and then 2
31,
guys,
31,
oh,
15, 15.
Yeah, you're right. Still, 90 damage to the lot.
And then this guy's just
they're
immune because he's a living fire.
mostly, yeah. 2 guys are blinded and 2 guys are dazzled, which is not
Yes.
bad. So, anyway, that's it. That's it for my turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna vicious swing
Um,
at this one here.
The one between you and Tark.
Yeah.
Go for it.
31 off guard. Or 32. 31 against off guard.
Yep. Not a crit because they're overlapping plates.
Fuck these guys.
Slightly reduced. The acid is not reduced, so that's gonna be.
I mean, if you can kill
this one's bloodied.
this one, I think the overlapping plates will go away and they'll have to spend an action to restore it.
Yeah. What's the fortitude
But-
DC of the Clockwork Soldier?
Oh, like what? 10 plus his save. 27.
Okay, so I need. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to. I'm gonna try to brutish shove the this one here.
Okay.
So
It's on fire as well.
Brutish shove.
so that does the attack and a shove, right?
Make a
It is,
strike.
looks like it's an additional action to do that. You would still you wouldn't get another attack after that.
No. The point is, it's a part of the attack. I think is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Make a strike.
I think is that
You
it has the
automatic-
action. It has the action icon.
Yeah,
and you can
so-
automatically shove it.
Yeah, it's a strike and an auto shove. So make the strike. To see if it hits. That will just barely hit with their overlapping shields.
All right. Athletics on top.
That's exactly the DC you need. This thing looks barely alive and is shoved backwards.
Is that enough
I was
for the
aiming
brain?
for like right there.
I think you have to. I think it only moves 5 feet. I believe. I'd have to read the shove action. 'Cause I thought it was more.
Oh yeah, but that's for critical success. Yeah.
Success is 5. Crit is up to 10 feet. Yeah. So I mean, you could,
Right.
yeah, probably either this way or this way, basically.
Yeah, I'll whack him towards me.
So, all right. So you kind of like pull him back in on the backswing. Stumble to there.
That would get rid of overlapping shields on that one at least.
Well,
Yep.
hopefully he
No,
burns
because
to
those were
death
the
here.
two that were overlapped. So I think none of them are overlapped now, right?
He could still be overlapped with him because they're adjacent.
But they didn't overlap last turn when this guy came down above.
He did. That was his action. He
Oh,
he
okay.
guarded stepped 1, activated defenses, and then struck him.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Lupin is still stable. The soldiers, this one is going to burn up. And now they're gonna go. Okay, what are they gonna do here? The cultists are gonna order them in their language. Both of them are just going to triple attack Tarek. Okay. First one. Miss, crit.
Okay.
It's gonna be 25. The second one, because he has reach, still going at you. That's definitely a miss. 27.
It's
And then a miss again. So, one regular hit.
Okay.
16. Alright, that's their turn.
I really feel like we did something that upset the dice gods this session.
It's been rough. It was even worse that like the crit was on his like third map attack.
Yeah.
I feel this is
think
the
I'm
one
just gonna-
session where I haven't really been through the ringer, but I think
and
Lupin has died for my sins.
honestly, and the worst part is I can't do anything about my blindness. I used sound body earlier to deal with sickness, and now I'm just fucked.
Are you at least able to? Did you have to
Eat him
see
a
him to
potion.
heal him?
The Geist fight before this also beat you guys down for way longer than I thought it would.
What I'm gonna do is guarded step. I'm gonna being blinded. I'm just going to hope nobody's blundered into my line of fire and bring down the lightning blast right exactly where I brought it before, which should hit all 3 cultists and the lower Clockwork soldier without hitting the fire elemental.
Alright. Cultist rolls. Go ahead and roll your damage. Okay. Bottom left, pass. Half the damage.
Can one of them crit fail?
Please.
The next one fails and takes 27. Oops, hold on, that was wrong. There you go. Bottom right one also fails for 27. The Clockwork one is the same guy that did it against Solvina is gonna crit succeed. This man's got
Determined.
yeah, this robot's got heart. Okay, that was just one action though, because you're just sustaining.
Yeah, and
The fact that sustain does not manipulate is saving your ass right now.
Yeah, very much so. And I can link it to you if you want, Ben, but
No, I
it does
believe
not
you.
have manipulate.
I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of just like concentration, but damn.
I mean, it's just, honestly, because like if I so much as look funny, I'm gonna go a few guarded steps. Just try and move further back, stepping on Lupin as I go, and then that's my turn.
So you are moving?
I was gonna guarded step.
Weren't you
So
here?
one guarded step.
Oh, you double guarded stepped. Okay, that's what I
Yes.
wasn't getting.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all.
Gangini, over to you.
I guess. I think the spell is still bad, but I'll attack. I'll attack with the wildfire first. I
Okay.
guess on the cultist.
Hopefully the cultist just switch here.
23.
23 is on the cultist.
Yeah.
It is not gonna do it.
28.
That will do it.
No.
No. So one hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's 11 damage and
Okay, it takes 11.
5 persistent.
5 persistent fire. You still have 2 actions.
Yes, I will cast Cinder Swarm on the soldier.
Oh, interesting. A mass
With the
of like
fire ants.
chittering fire ants. Yeah, that's awesome. Go through. Okay, so it's 3d6 plus 2d6 persistent fire. Wow, you rolled 6, 5, 5. Holy shit. Good roll on that. Okay. Oh, that might be enough to crit succeed again. Hold on. What is this? 4 reflex? So it would need
reflex.
to be 39. Not enough to crit succeed. But
And it
does
is in a
succeed.
5-foot emanation, so the cultist would also have to
Oh, okay.
do that.
Okay, that's gonna be enough to take out the cultist. He passes and takes half of the 22 for 11, and then roll the 2d6 persistent fire. Or is that only if they fail? No, I think it just does it.
8.
Okay. Burning. 8. Alright, cultists. That one is dead, obviously. Okay. Free action, they'll order their Clockwork soldiers, but what are they gonna do? of the two at the bottom is going to use... One of them already used his use for it, the other one is not. They're going to be another blast of that green snake energy in a big pulse. Put the template back here. A save on everybody except Gangini and the bots. Because their allies are already dead.
Is this fort?
Yes, I believe so. Let me double check. Yeah, fort.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, I rolled a 7 on it.
Okay, 25 for Sylvina, 28 for Roland.
25 on the wildfire.
25.
Fortitude, you said?
Yep. Okay, do you auto crit succeed, Tarek?
No, druids get no autos pass on saves.
Okay. Okay, I rolled pretty
I
low.
also rolled really badly the last time.
So going down the list, Sylvina, you take 18 because you failed.
Yeah.
Roland got the exact DC and thus crit succeeds. Lupin fails and is effectively bleeding out again. He has gone to dying 2. As it continues the previous counter. The fire elemental will take 18 as well. And Tarek, you take half for 9, which I think just barely puts you up.
I'm at 2.
Alright, so that guy did it. That was this guy this time. And then he casts shield, so this guy still needs to do his actions. They shout their weird orders.
Wait, what did that spell do?
Basically, it's like a burst of evil energy, essentially.
Yeah.
I just flavored it as cool snakes, but you just like, through perhaps the grace of the inheritor, just stood stalwart and took nothing. And then the other one's gonna use 2 actions and what looks to be, he like conjures a glowing bow, like the bowstring comes off of his staff. He draws back a snake arrow and shoots it at Tarek.
He is dazzled.
He also got a nat 1, so he missed. It's good because
There it is.
minimum damage would have killed you there.
I still have my orc ferocity, but
Or down you. Yeah, Orc would have kept you up. He's only got one thing left. Fuck it, we ball. He's gonna just try and yeet a dagger at you.
At who?
At Tarek.
What's the range on the dagger?
It's 20, that's an extra range increment, so it's even less. Actually, yeah, he's still gonna try it, because it's an extra penalty toward you or Tarek. So fuck it, he's just gonna ball out. With the penalty, that's 25.
my AC right now is 26.
Ooh, you through like honestly no skill of yourself, like you feel the knife like go whirring by your ear. Lucky for you, that didn't hit. He had already envenomed that.
He would have still had to get by dazzled as well, I think. But it is good.
Yeah, you still would have to do that too. It's
All
really
right.
funny. All right, Sylvina.
Yeah. Channel elements and flying flame through the 2 Clockwork soldiers.
All right. Top one passes, bottom one fails. His crazy streak of passes is over.
36. That's
What was the roll on that? Jesus, that was 7, 8, 6, 8, 7.
6. Yeah.
Jesus, what a high ass roll. Really
To be fair,
channeling
we
your
need
passion
some high
into this.
rolls. Yeah.
Okay, so first one passes, 36, halved to 18.
18.
Second one fails and is finally destroyed after all its crazy luck on those
Yep.
saves.
Just a massive swarm of fire wasps just bury themselves.
Good lord.
Anyway, that's it for me.
Roland.
The serpent folk cultists are no longer dazzled. But...
Does it?
Oh yeah. If you kill the Clockwork Soldier, Gangini can come in here and throw a fireball at these things.
Yeah.
And more to the point, I can heal Lupin before he hits Dying Floor. I have to heal him this turn.
How injured is this one guy here?
He's on. Got the red thing. I can't imagine he's got much left.
The one next to you, yeah, he's in the red. Pretty fucking bad.
Would a non-vicious take him out, do you think?
That's up to you.
I don't. I would say don't mess around personally.
Alright.
Alright, you will crit him and just shatter him to pieces.
Alright. Is there a way I can get over there and not
I'd
cut
say-
your fireball?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
Because
Nah,
consider
I'd
he
say
has to impact somewhere, and the farthest he could impact is this door.
Well, we see that this door's open, so we could potentially impact in here. But
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
from
gonna
that
fuck around
door,
with
that's
it.
gonna be like pretty much just this angle.
yeah,
Like it would be like door to door, which would still fuck up
Yes.
wherever Roland stands here, or like behind.
I'll step here.
Okay, you kind of make a wall in front of Lupin. Lupin, give me that d20 to see if you're still bleeding out.
All right.
Leave it as 10 plus wounded value, so you need a 12 this time. Alright, Lupin is at dying 3.
Alright, I'll pick him up on my turn.
See a spreading pool of blood. The Clockwork Soldiers are all dead. I'll remove them from the order. Tark.
What's rolling? I can't see. Is there anybody near us?
No, you're good.
Alright, I'm gonna burn my last heal, and I'm gonna burn the big pulse.
Alright, yep, that's 30 feet. So that's gonna stop, yeah, just shy of them. Alright, go ahead and roll that heal. It'll heal you, Sylvina, and Roland and Lupin. Gangini? I don't think it goes through. Well, I guess it doesn't say that it doesn't go through walls.
Alright, everybody heals 28.
I'd say I could get Gangini.
Okay.
Alright, everyone heals 28. You are no longer dying 3, but you are wounded 3.
Yeah, so if you go down again, you're outski.
Yeah, if you go down again, you're just flat dead.
That was my entire turn.
All right.
Right? I mean, that was a good turn. Gangini?
No. Okay. Is it safe for me to go in?
Yeah.
I can't see anything. Okay.
I think it was fireball at 4th level time.
I guess I won't sustain the fire elemental this turn.
Yeah,
And
fuck
I'll...
that guy.
I think it's done its job, to be fair.
Pieces out. Come sprinting in, the flame, like, I like to think you kind of, like, suck the flame over from the being, compress it into a ball, and launch that ball down the hallway at them. Alright,
Yeah.
26.
That is 4 ones.
That is
Yeah, what was that? That was
It's an above average roll for me today.
1-3-1-1-4-3-1-4. Not a single
What are-
5 or 6.
what are these?
Yeah, above average.
That is fucked up.
Roll 20 is out for our blood today.
Oh
Good
my
lord.
Yup.
That would be a
Holy
shitty
shit.
3rd level fireball.
Okay, what's their fucking reflex save again? Okay, The left one passes, the right one fails, so the left one takes 13. The one on the right takes 26. But alas, they are both still up for their turn.
That was bad for me.
It was less than ideal, admittedly. I thought you'd at least take one out. Oh, this would be such a waste. No, that's not worth it. Alright, they gotta be smart
Everything
about
fire
this.
on Gangini.
They're cultists. Well, they could do, like, 2 big spells straight at him. And they might, to be honest.
I mean, how mad
He
are
did
they
just
about
have
that
the
fireball?
fireball in their face.
Yeah, I think one's just like, kill the caster. Alright. They'll both use 2 actions and then use shields afterwards. But they'll use the range of it. So that becomes... It's plus an extra 8 per level on heal, right? Tarek?
Not if you're using the damage version of it. So remember, so the plus 8 is only to healing living creatures, not to... yeah, not if you're... Wait a minute, what was I saying? None of us are undead. I'm tired. Yes, you're correct. Plus 8.
Okay. It's the harm spell, not heal, to be clear. So... 8, 16... Alright, I believe it's just a flat, it's a regular fortitude. Yeah, basic fortitude. So give me 2 basic fortitude saves, Gangini. As they both, like, do the thing they did in the last where the giant black snake mouth, like, erupts from the ground in shadow. Ooh, cooked the first one. Just 2, just 2. Just 2.
Yeah.
Alright. Crit
I only
past
heard
the first one.
Yeah.
So that one doesn't do anything. Beautiful. 19. Pretty sure that is just... if it had been an 18, you would have crit failed. That means you just regular fail. You take 47 damage. And they're both, I think, not dazzled anymore.
Yeah, they are not.
Alright. Sylvina.
Alright.
Can you nuke him
Do
again?
it again. Solar detonation.
Okay. It's gonna be fucking... Okay, let's see if roll 20 fucks me too. I'll roll 2d20 for you guys right here. Terrible. They crit failed.
It does.
Alright,
That's
both
really
take
funny.
64 fire damage.
Alright, you guys see them turn to, like, ash, and in, like, a last screech, there's, like, snakes wriggling out in either direction.
By the
they are
way,
both
I'm
dead.
targeting it here in case there's anything in the tunnel that's gonna get hit.
Alright. We are out of combat.
Jesus balls.
You alright, Lupin?
No.
That's better.
Okay, so that was... Both of those are, like, not super dangerous encounters, but combined, they're very dangerous.
Can we open these doors?
Which
One of
ones?
them opened
They
down
don't-
here.
No.
Well, we'll open stuff
That's
next
not-
time. Let's just do XP.
Okay.
Lupin is on.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
Yeah.
I'll heal. I'll treat 2 wounds here in a second. He will no longer be wounded, but
No, I just
I wanted to
I
leave for
mean,
after the last fight. Like, we're leaving. Like,
Yeah,
the
that's not
doors
good.
that
Yeah.
go where we know the doors go, just so I can have my little map complete.
Alright.
No,
You
Sylvina,
guys-
this is a veto. We're leaving right now.
We know
Yeah,
where this
we-
door goes. We know
I,
where. the
Great
door-
Gangini is leaving. How about that?
If there's
Uh,
a fight on the other side of the door,
160 XP. Also keep in mind, dungeons are not static things. Things can move.
We're at 900 XP. That's true.
And next time you'll start with 2 hero points, because we're getting one right at the end.
Okay.
Alright. We'll
We're
come back next
100
time.
XP from level 10.
You're getting close, close to level 10.
Mhm.
Question is, was that the most dangerous fight down here?
No, probably not.
not. My guess
We-
is it's that fungus lady.
What do you mean? She
That was
seems
just
so
like-
she seems so innocent.
I'm
feel
like
like this was-
90% sure she's gonna be the Doom.
I feel
What?
like
You mean this pretty lady?
Yes.
Alright, we'll come back to stream next week. I'm gonna stop the stream.
this was just a lot of bad luck on our part, more than
No,
anything.
we just got